Hello and welcome. Hello and welcome everybody to our, what is it, sixth?
Seventh.
This time.
Seventh.
Already 7 sessions in.
I know.
Seventh session of Lyria.
Time flies when
as
you're
always.
committing war crimes.
Time flies when you
Alright.
miss a month.
I, as always, I'm joined with what the fuck? By the amazing cast on Dice Fables. We have Abby playing our Hobgoblin fighter, Aurethi. We've got Riley playing Arthur, our Polaki wizard. Mia playing Alena, our Paladin of Lady Hope. Spencer playing Kuffah. Exactly, definitely not insane. Spencer playing Kuffah, our Cleric of the Moon. And Seth playing our local resident Imagine Dragons, Druid, Reverie. Now, I also have to thank Emmy over at Griffling Creative for our new background piece, which is absolutely amazing. I love it. And work will begin soon on the character portraits.
Yeah, and I guess also thank you to...
we're all in this.
I also thank
you're all in this.
YouTube's public domain music, because I've started getting my ass in gear and adding more to my editing, so now I'm using YouTube's public domain music.
Oh, nice. And yeah, so last session, some stuff happened. So you've returned
One could say that.
Vineway, where you met the father of, I think her name was Lyra. Yes,
Yeah.
You have a naming
Lyra's
theme.
father, who gifted you some healing potions for saving his daughter. You then continued your travel over to Crescencia to deliver the package that Nier had to deliver. But you found the shop to be shut down, and the owner of it, aka the recipient of the parcel, to have been arrested by the Imperial Inquisition. You then broke into the shop.
That's a strong word.
Uncovered, opened the parcel, found out a letter detailing some kind of organization known as the Veil Pieces, and how they theoretically get their ass kicked in Rivamar. You then proceeded onto the item itself. It was a piece of crystal with ancient kind of mechanisms around it. Not knowing about its true nature, you went out into the forest surrounding the city, where our dear Alena put her hand on the device, and something happened involving the Chaos Moon. You then returned into the city and were part of the, assisted to the trial of Farnan, who got pretty much unmade and then exiled to the island of the Man-Eaters. And that's where we left off.
Oh yeah, right. We were starting with Alena trying to do stupid thing, and hopefully people holding her back. Again.
You start off in the silent... how the fuck is it called? In the silent kind of hall of the court. All of the people are standing up and leaving, and you see as the two gods that brought Fanon in are pretty much going to him to lift him up and most probably bring him back into custody. So,
I'm going to roll a
What would you
perception
like to
check
do?
to see if I can tell that Alena is about to go cause a scene and get us all murdered and unmade. Can I do that?
She's currently sitting there on the chair, her hands
Oh, insight then.
like
Yes.
held together in prayer, and you can see that she's like gripping her hands harder and harder and like shaking a bit.
Would you let me do an insight check on you?
I
Nier?
feel like it's not hard to tell. I feel like you can tell without an insight check.
Yeah, but I want to make an insight check because that could be really bad and that would be funny.
Go ahead.
Whale.
Monkey.
6. I have no idea what's going on.
Apparently, monkey is bad.
I am.
That's not a natural 1.
Yeah. I am leaning on Aurethi and just looking sad. I'm looking like Yoda when Order 66 happens. I'm just like, oh, my chest, my little frog chest.
Aurethi is deep in thought. What is the? Would I be able to deduce what the prison situations are like, just based on my experience with military installations?
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by
Like,
that?
I want to make I want to see if there's a possibility to talk to this guy in private. If we could sneak in, would he be left alone for any long period of time that we could get to him?
In his cell, yes, but it's usually the entrance is usually guarded.
Yeah. What is the current political climate around the different factions trying to become emperor? If a soldier of one was seen openly in another's territory, what would that mean?
One soldier, it's possible that they would be probably arrested.
Okay.
Desertion is still if it's just one soldier, many would assume that it's either a deserter if they're not under any banners of peace or of negotiation or whatnot. So they would be most probably arrested and either sent back or dealt with in loco. If it was more
That's
people,
fine.
it's that's pretty much war.
Yeah, Aurethi is just stewing over the possibilities of ways we could chat with this guy.
Ooh. We'd probably have to ask somebody in law enforcement to find out, which may not work out in our favor.
You could.
I'm going to go over my spells quickly. Okay.
Well, I'm with Aurethi, so if Aurethi wants to talk to a guard to find out this situation about questioning.
I have message, so we'd have to get within 120 feet of the guy.
Fair. We don't know the extent to which he was robbed of his magical abilities. We know that he was. We just don't know what that means just yet.
Yeah. The way that Miki described it sounded like he's not able to be the target of spells.
That's what I don't know. I don't know if he can't cast or if things can't be casted on him. I know divination won't work on him now, which seems counterintuitive. If they want to keep track of people that are rebellious, I feel like that shouldn't be what they do.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not the Empire.
Yeah, I mean, complete separation from the weave or whatever mystical force that governs magic. It seemed like a in the right hands, could be a very powerful tool.
Yeah.
There's no like rate or physical indication if you were just looking at me that I've summoned my echo, right?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think it's a purely like psychic thing.
I think for roleplay
But it does look
purposes,
like you.
you should look like you really have to poop when you've summoned it. 'Cause
No.
you're like projecting.
Maybe
your
that's
image.
what you think Alena is doing. Like maybe she just really needs to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, with a 6, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, you know, human biology is a little weird. Maybe that's just how they process that thing.
I think she
Goblins
would
only poop
eventually-
once a week, and it's exactly square.
That's not true. We're not putting that in the law.
It's up to Hibiki.
I omit that from
Guess what?
I strike that from move to strike that from the record.
Goblins are
I
capybaras. Okay,
Yeah,
fine. It's like pellets.
Alena is eventually gonna.
We
hug
not
her
have
hands.
question. Let's leave that vague. Let's just not have canonical poop lore. Thank you.
Thank you.
Right.
Yeah, it makes sense. Be there or be square. There is no pool lore, so it wasn't there,
It's
so
true,
it is
yeah.
square. Hello, Diva. Alena is gonna part her hands. She's gonna smack her legs like really, really, really hard. And considering her armor, you will hear her her hands clash heavily against her armored legs.
Clang.
And then, with a very, very stark determination, she gets up like very abruptly.
What are you doing, Alena?
I think she has to
Reverie's
poop.
not even like turning to look at you, just saying it just loud enough that you can hear them questioning your actions.
We have to do something, and we have to do it now. They are breaking a man down there. I will not let that happen.
Do we need a plan first? Now's not the time.
Then when they lock him back up in the cell? When they throw him to the cannibals?
This isn't a bunch of orcs or bandits. This is an entire city of guards and an institution who serve an order that cannot be reasoned with. So if you want to charge into their spears and get yourself killed, go ahead. But Aurethi is right. Level heads will prevail.
She's once again like clenching her hands really tightly, like having her nails stick into her palms. You can see her that she's like biting down on her lip. A bit of blood like coming out.
I don't think we're big
At
enough
least
for this
that's-
yet.
Then at least let us leave. I don't want to be here anymore.
Right. We'll come back when it's a bit quieter. Perhaps that'll give us a great chance of sneaking into the jail.
Yeah. If anyone is looking at us and gawking, I'm just going to say that Alena really needed to use the restroom or something.
We
so
have
much so
established
that
that now.
she is biting her lip.
Yeah.
I really need to poo.
That's just what humans look like when they need to poo. I'm a medical expert. I'm a cleric. A healer.
Is yours also square?
I hate all of you.
Ask and Hibiki and see if I can figure out what the jail is.
Yeah, you can easily do so. The jail would be generally it's a kind of dungeon thingy. It would be located under the ash glass court itself, although it does have secondary entrances from guard posts around.
Just like a general question. How many of these guards, how many the low level guards do I think I could take one-on-one? Or one-on whatever?
Oh no.
Nah, I'd win.
Oh.
Alone?
Alone, yeah.
Like taking yourself? Make me an insight check. A wisdom check generally.
We're level
Insight,
3.
wisdom, whichever you prefer.
Probably handle up to like CR1 on your own.
I'd say 7.
Ooh.
7.
So about 7 guys.
You would nah.
About 7 guys
You
single-handed.
can take like all of them.
7 or 8 guys single-handed, definitely. No worries.
You know what? Actually, even Avenir can win with a knife, no magic.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
can easily handle like 5 guys.
What a great spread of rolls we have so far.
Maybe-
That's a 2 and a 1. Oh no.
Maybe 6 or 7.
Okay, cool.
Surely that's true.
You don't know? Never know.
Alright, I have somewhat of a plan. I guess we'll head to a guard, or not to a tavern or somewhere. We can get a bit more privacy, and I can discuss this with everyone. Is everyone alright with that?
Sure.
Yeah.
Can easily do that.
Yeah,
Yep.
so
No problem at
I'll
all.
sit us all down at the
So-
table.
Is the
Yeah,
connection really
awesome.
bad for everyone, or is it just me? Like, I'm hearing every now and then popcorn for people.
Oh, no, it's not bad for me.
Yeah, no, mine's
No?
fine.
I think it's you.
Must be your internet.
I'll just leave each.
Yusuf died. Oh no! Nier, no! Nier
It'll
tripped
be
and
good
fell
then.
down a well. They're gone now.
back.
They broke their
It's
neck.
waking up.
I'm gonna fucking murder you.
The ash and blood. The Veil Guard.
There's a trampoline at the bottom of the well. I bounce right out.
Oh, I see.
I'm gonna say I'll sit everyone down at the table and just say I think I have some idea of a way that we could get in and have a private conversation, but it requires a few things to go our way.
I hope you don't expect us to be able to sneak, because that doesn't seem to be in our skill sets.
That wasn't part of the plan, luckily.
Good.
It requires a few lies to be believed, but they're not very consequential. I doubt that anyone would bat an eye.
Alright. Well, I'm game for anything. I trust you guys. You are my destiny, and I'm going to follow you guys to whatever end, because this is what the moon wants me to do, and I now have proof that the moon is real.
My only sunshine. Oh, pardon, my moonshine. My only moonshine.
You
Not
are
the
my
alcoholic
moonshine.
one.
My only
You
moonshine.
make me happy when skies are grey.
Well, you make me worried and sometimes satisfied, but mostly worried.
Right. Anyway, my plan is that essentially no guard will let us in if we ask to speak to Fanon directly.
True.
But if we can perhaps trace a low-level criminal that has been locked up in the same place, we could likely get in with very little guard oversight. Perhaps they will give us 1 or 2 escorts, which we could easily take care of.
We could also
and
just
from-
frighten them.
True, but that is, I believe, is less likely, and
So, how do we find out about a criminal we can go in and interrogate or question?
I'm sure there will be plenty around the city in any given day. And they are not trying them immediately. They will have to hold them somewhere.
But we need a name to ask them about.
Yes, exactly. We need to find the name of a low-level, inconsequential criminal.
Sure, do we need to find
Perhaps
like a
it's a
detective agency or
pickpocket.
something?
Am I stupid, guys? Do I not know my character sheet is?
It's on the, if you go to the top right, there'll be actors.
No, I have my character sheet, but I'm a druid.
Yeah.
I could fucking get an animal in there, or just be the animal.
Yeah.
But we'd have to know where the person is.
Would be a rat.
No,
Rat.
it could be a rat.
Would
be
you
a
have thought of this when we
dragonfly.
were in the the interrogation, because you could have just become a rat and followed them.
Yeah. Can I just? I think this would be something intelligent that Nier would just sort of say, "I have to go do something," and I'm gonna turn into a dragonfly and fucking follow them into the prison.
You can't be a dragonfly. You're not high level enough for flying enemies.
Oh, what? Really?
True.
Yeah, you could be a rat.
Yeah, you have to
You get walking speed creatures, and then at level 4 you get swimming
Yeah.
speed creatures, and level 8 you get flying.
I don't think you can be
creatures.
tiny creatures either, so you have to be small.
Oh, never mind then. I feel like a rat would get.
I think it
caught
has to
very
be any animal, but I think there's simply no tiny animals because even rats are small.
Yeah, so you can't be a spider. Or a raven. You can't fly anyway. But if you want to be a cat...
A raven with broken rings.
Oh, actually, let's see. This is Nier's chance to define themselves as their signature animals. So, is Nier a cat person? Is Nier a dog person? What would Nier's infiltration animal be? Ferret?
I feel like any kind of animal like that would get caught very quickly in a prison.
But what if you're a very cute ferret?
Ferrets are gremlin monkeys. I don't think they'll blend in.
Ferrets are adorable, you don't know shit. Also, just become a rat.
I own ferrets. What do you mean? They're gremlin monkeys.
Just become a rat. It's this easy.
I'm thinking because I have speak with animals as well, and animal friendship.
So what are you doing?
Just become a baboon.
I'm not becoming a baboon. Krill yourself. Sorry. Well,
we've had-
just keep discussing. I'm gonna look at my spell.
We've had
list.
20 minutes of discussion. We need to decide what we're doing.
Arthur, what can you contribute to this? Do you have any, like, teleporting or that sort of thing? Can you read minds? Can you divine? I guess you can't divine his location because, the whole spell thing.
No, not really.
Dang. What about Merlin? Can Merlin follow them? Or is Merlin too conspicuous?
Merlin is very conspicuous. Merlin is not good at hiding.
Wait a minute. If there is some kind of window to this jail cell,
The problem is we
No,
don't know
because
where the jail
the-
cell is. We need somebody to follow
Yeah.
to find out where the jail cell is. I can't. This is not
Also,
in my skill set.
there is no. By the way, there is no limitation on the size of the wild shape.
Oh, I apologize.
It doesn't have to be.
correct? So you could be a spider. Or a centipede. Or a millipede. Grasshopper. You could
my
be an
idea is
amoeba.
I could just. I could be a tardigrade.
Can become a spider.
Eh?
I guess you'd be a spider, glide down in a bit of a thread.
Yep.
Yeah, so I guess we all head to the tavern and have this conversation. We didn't notice that Nier snuck off first.
Yeah, and I'm. Because what you call
You
it?
also do
Fernan
your
is like. Fernan is what do you call it? Shackled, right?
Yes.
Okay.
He
So
would
I'll be able to hide on their person while I get taken. While I go with them to the fucking prison, right?
Yep, easily so. No problem at all.
I can't speak as a Spidore, can I?
No.
You cannot. You cannot
Okay.
speak, nor cast, nor do pretty much anything.
Okay. I'm hidden on their person. Do I have to roll
Okay.
anything?
It's a spider. Nobody will really. If you want to roll a stealth check, just for the funsies.
I don't want to.
Like, you're gonna be hidden anyways. You're a spider and somebody in the prisons.
Yeah. I'm assuming he gets put in his cell and like left alone. Do you want to describe it explicitly, or is that not relevant to this?
No, yeah, well, if you want to. So you're brought behind kind of the door where he was brought in to the courtroom. They're waiting. It's a simple pulley lever mechanism elevator
Yeah.
that brings you, Fun, and the two gods down a couple of levels, probably on a good -2 or 3. Then you are accompanied through a series of corridors. You can, with your intelligence and wisdom, you can easily remember them if you need to return. And then he is left in a cell, and the guards, you hear both the guards going away after locking the door.
Yep. I'll go to the other side of the... So what is the cell? Is it like a closed room, no bars, just a door with a slit? Or is it a
Yes.
cell?
Yes. It's like super containment. So it's stone on 3 sides, a metal door on the other, a slit to kind of push food through or whatnot, and no windows, no nothing, just a box of stone and
I
metal.
will stand to the side of the door, so if someone looks in, they can't see me. So
Okay.
Fernan will sort of see a spider skitter from his leg. Go to the other side of the room and poof in a quick puff of purple and blue smoke. Nier will appear. And
Yes, Fernan
is
is startled.
the wall is going to hold a finger up to their lips to shush.
Yes, he is startled, but not a lot. He is still quite stunned, kind of, after the procedure.
I'm going to attempt to use message because I don't want the volume of our conversation to trigger anything.
Mm-hmm.
Does the message
As
connect to
you-
work on it?
Cast message targeting him. It is as if you were casting it targeting a stone wall. There is nothing.
Oh, neat.
That man is a magical void.
My elf eyes don't see you, Fernan. How odd. They've truly found a way to divest yourself of the weave. Now, been a naughty little rebel, haven't you?
Rebel.
Naughty little rebel. He looks up at you with these tired, confused eyes. And, are you here to torture me more?
No. We were actually here to deliver you something, but when we came to your shop, it was ravaged. And a notice of eviction and your arrest was placed upon it. Of course, we had to encounter your ash golem when we tried to investigate further.
Well, I still don't want them to know all of my secrets, I guess.
Of course. Well, upon your arrest, we read a letter that was entrusted to us to you, but seeing as it is, you're going to die, most likely on that island, or become something worse. Not much I can do, but if you wish, I can speak to you the last words of your friend. Well, not the last words spoken to you by a friend of yours known as Ashcloak.
See, there is a glint of recognition in his eyes, and he kind of gets a bit closer and nods and, yes, please, is he alright?
I don't want to orate it entirely, so I'll just hold it up to you so you can read it.
So you give
So
him
I shuffle
the...
towards him, keeping an eye on the, keeping my ears up, specifically for any footsteps. I don't need to hear what he's like. If he's saying anything, I only need to hear footsteps. So.
Okay, yep. I'll be right back, 1 moment, just 1 second, I'll be just right back. I'm back.
Hey.
Alright.
Nothing
So,
for this kill will set you for certain. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't watch
Don't worry,
Dwarf.
don't worry. I will. As I always do. So, you give him the letter. You can make me a perception check to listen for steps and whatnot.
Oh, that's the party one. 1 second. That's good thing I didn't roll immediately. Perception.
Perception, you say?
Pumpkin. 20.
All right. So, the 20. Don't hear any steps coming towards you. So you see as Fanon takes the letter, reads through it all, see little tears start forming in the corners of his eyes. Looks back up to you. Thank you for this. At least Ashcloak survived. If you can, I was the only one of our branch remaining. If you can, please deliver this to Shade in in Silverwatch. Please deliver this to Silverwatch, to Shade. They have to know.
You're going to have to tell us who that is.
It's our leader. They are the de facto leader of the Veil Pieces.
I
We
can
don't
appreciate
really.
that. A physical
We
description
don't.
would be good.
We don't know. Call them Shade for a reason.
So how exactly am I supposed to covertly come to know them, to interact and all that?
In Silverwatch, there is a tavern named the Drunken Goose, towards the middle of the center of the city. Every 2 days, there is a gambling man that appears, an elf, tall, red hair, green eyes. They play at a table in the corner, usually gamble. Do you have any writing implements on you?
Always. And I produce a simple scroll of parchment and a quill and some ink.
Yep. You see he takes the ink and writes some kind of what looks like almost like an arcane sigil on this piece of parchment and signs it down under it and hands it back to you. Show it to the gambling.
Vast robes.
Mm-hmm. Show this to the gambling men. They will lead you to Shade.
Okay, is it alright if I consult the party? Because I feel as though Avenir is much more intelligent than I and would have thought this through.
Sure.
See the world map. Can we see the world map?
It should be. You should be able to.
Oh, it's a
I'm on it, right? You can just click over.
on
Yeah,
the
to the
top.
map.
There's a tab for
Oh, I
landing, tab
see.
for map.
Yep.
I see, thank you.
Yeah, Silverwatch is in your favorite part of the of the country.
Yeah, I know.
Still loading for me.
Same.
Would it quick-
Would Silverwatch be on the way for us headed up to the port?
No, it's not.
Okay. So worth
But
taking a
also,
detour?
we have a different goal now,
Yeah.
which is to get to Shade.
Maybe if I
Where is Silverwatch?
Far west, on the coast.
Yeah. So
West Coast.
yeah, I guess Nier would know our plans to head north to get to a ship to get down to
there it is.
Salikar as fast as possible. Nier would also know about the artifact and that the artifact was supposed to go to Farnan. I don't know if it's a wise decision to tell Farnan about the artifact, but that is a thing that Nier would know. That it was meant for
the
Farnan.
artifact was supposed to go to the King in Chains.
Yeah, but it was supposed to go to Farnan to get to the King of Chains. You were the unwitting handoff. You were the drug mule for this chaos gem thing. Chaos orb.
I'm pondering. I'm thinking.
You're pondering the orb. Hopefully not. You don't want to have the chaos moon notice you. I guess the question is, what do we want from Farnan? I don't know if Nier wants to rescue Farnan or not. I know some of us want to rescue Farnan. What could we get out of seeing Shade is the question.
I feel as though there are two things that Nier is considering. There's a want and a desire to free an innocent man, or rather a just man who's trying to just fight against tyranny, but also the realism that what can we actually do to get this guy out of here?
I guess Nier could ask if he wants to be rescued, or if he would rather you guys carry the torch forward. He might be more helpful if you tell him about the artifact. You don't even have to give details, just that the guy back in... Fuck, what was that city? You could tell him that you got a great weapon that you were supposed to bring to the King in Chains.
Yeah.
That might make him more cooperative to tell you more details.
If Avenir showed him the letter, he should already know that because it was in the letter.
Yeah, that's true.
It was in the letter.
That's true.
So, I'll just mention to him, well, the thing is, I don't want to consign you to your death, but there's not a lot we can do, really. But we can try. Would you rather we try or continue forward?
It's close to a suicide mission. If you really want to, you can of course try, but I would much rather have you continue the work, if you wish to do it, of course, that we were doing here. And one Shade, deliver the artifact. If need be, leave the artifact in the hands of Shade.
If we were to meet with this King in Chains, is there anything that would ingratiate ourselves to him? Something that would make him trust us?
We don't really know a lot about him ourselves. We've heard that he is a fighter in the pits, a legendary fighter, and there have been rumors that he is very respected in the fighting pits themselves. There have been rumors that other fighters are swearing allegiance to him. There have been rumors that he might overthrow the local government.
And if the rumors exist, then the government are aware of him as a threat.
They cannot do a lot. He is loved by the masses.
Well, I feel as though, unless I remember something, that our time here is done. Anything else, guys, before
I think the question is whether he wants to be euthanized or not.
Ask him about what the artifact does, if he knows, because we still have no idea.
Another few questions, actually. Do you know what the artifact does, or what it's supposed to do?
I know as much as you do. Everybody who knew apparently is dead now.
Okay.
I mean, we know a bit more than he does.
Shut up! You kill the village! Shut up!
Nah, don't worry about it.
Hibiki, do I know how dire of fate this man faces by being sent to the Isle of Man-Eaters?
It's an island with a cannibalistic virus on it. Like virus that makes you into cannibals. And there is an ivory tower as well.
So it's a
Usually
zombie virus,
people-
basically?
Pretty much.
Ferdinand, I don't ask
People
you
don't
this
exactly leave that place.
with any levity or misunderstanding of what position you are in now. But would you rather be dead than be on that island?
He just puts his hands wrist forward towards you.
In a motion to leave and be of this plane.
Yes.
Okay, I'm trying to think of the most painless way to kill this man. What would be the most painless way that I could think of to kill this man? Also, I know I'm gonna get shit, but fucking this makes sense for the character.
Probably just the good old wrist slice, I guess. You don't have a lot of other stuff there that will be exactly
Okay.
painless. Or not terrifying in his final moments of life.
I feel like throat slice would be faster than bleeding out through the wrists.
Or a throat slice.
Yeah. But if he gets killed, people will know that I've been here, so it needs to look like a suicide.
You want to hang him, get him to kneel forward in a corner and hang him from 6 inches with a torn up pillow sheet? The Epstein?
So right now, is he like shackled?
Is that a Jeffrey Epstein reference?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does have shackles around his wrists and ankles.
Okay. So there's not a lot of ways this man could kill himself. Is there anything loose in this jail?
Not really. It's just a box, pretty much.
Okay. I'm just trying to think of a way to kill him peacefully.
As you do.
Can I break his neck?
You can if you wish to.
Would that just be a free roll, or would I have to roll for it to make sure I do it successfully?
No, I'll just give it to you.
Okay. Okay, I think I'm gonna get into like a sort of tender, like get behind Fernan, sort of give him like a nice gentle hug, and just say, Fernan, where did you grow up? Was it nice?
It was down in the south. It was a good place.
Yeah. I'm gonna let him continue talking, and then in the middle of a thought, I'm gonna break his neck so that his last thoughts are of home.
Yep. Certainly.
I'm gonna check his
Yeah.
pulse to make sure he's dead.
No pulse.
And then run away.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna lift his head, bash it against the floor to make it look like he just broke his neck or something.
Jesus. Alright.
Yep.
And then, I'm gonna turn into a spider and leave.
Easily do so. No
If
problem
it's
at all.
alright, I think, would it be alright with you guys if you've all been discussing how to get to Fernan this entire time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
A spider appears, a poof of smoke and Avenir appears sitting very casually, nonchalantly, one leg over the other, one of his arms around the back of the chair, and just saying, well, he's dead now.
Huh?
What?
What?
What? What are you talking about?
I wasn't going to let him go to that island and die. Or something worse.
You killed
So I
him?
dealt with it. He asked.
Jesus.
And I think that he should have that agency.
Well, I guess so.
It was painless, I assure you.
If you say so.
But I know our next moves now. So would you like to hear about them, or would you like to judge me?
Judging you, definitely.
You do that internally while we plan logistics.
What was that?
What's that, sorry?
I
Aurethi?
just said it again. I didn't quite hear what you said.
Would you like to judge me, or shall we plan our next move?
No judgments from me. Let us know what he told you.
I divest all the information. I would assume that Alena's fucking, staring daggers at me.
She's just looking at you with this, shocked expression. Like she can't quite process it at the moment.
There's the leader called Shade, and then I go on and tell them about how to reach Shade, what we need to do, the bit of background information I got about the whatchamacallit, the King in Chains, that sort of thing, and give them all the information I received.
Alright. So, I
Are you
guess
sure he said Silverwatch?
Yeah.
Absolutely
Silverwatch.
positive.
What's that say? Sorry, say that again.
Absolutely positive.
not
Absolutely
like
positive.
Silverware Vale.
Silverwatch, definitely.
Silverware's
I
closer.
can't exactly check now, so I made sure to get the right information.
Silverwatch is far to the west, right?
Yeah, that's
Yep.
alright.
Oh.
My internet's fucking dying because I can't load the Foundry. I can't, you're cutting out every so often, so I'm just gonna check it quickly.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it was 30 megabytes yesterday. It is 1 megabyte today.
Oof.
Not even 1 megabyte. It's 0.7.
I guess we could go our own way. Up. We could follow our own plan and go up to. We're gonna head to Verdamont, right? We could always head to Verdamont. Maybe charter something over to Silverwatch. I guess whichever is faster, Silverwatch or Salakar, and then I'll go on the way. Maybe.
We'd have to cross the mountains either way.
True.
Taking about the long way around wouldn't be feasible.
Yeah, I just don't know what benefit we have from talking to this Shade fellow if we just go straight to the King in Chains. Cut out the middleman.
A shade was mentioned in the letter.
I guess we could trek across the whole continent to Silverwatch. I don't mind walking. Ah, you're good.
It's good character moment. Nier would rather euthanize somebody than see them be tortured to death.
Or worse.
Or worse.
The letter does not even say what the King in Chains would do for us, just that we should take the artifact
true.
to him.
You know, if somebody hadn't thought of their hometown that we have to now go investigate to see if it's been destroyed, we could just go immediately west and cut our travel time in half. But if somebody had to go and touch the orb,
But we can't exactly blame Alena for that.
I mean,
She
you
didn't know
can't.
exactly
You
what
might
else
not.
I would do.
I did warn them. It's bad juju. What do
I
you
think
think?
that we should begin heading to Olive Hill.
Here. What do you think, Arthur, Alena? What should we do next?
I don't know. I don't know how to make sense of all of this.
I do have some questions that I would wish to ask you, Arthur.
It's all rather overwhelming. But go ahead, ask your questions.
This is quite serious now, so I would like to know where your allegiances stand. I want to know who your master is.
My master?
Your teacher? You've mentioned them?
Oh, yes, I'm sure I've said her name. Hyacinth. She's a magician.
Yes, but who is she?
She's my wizard teacher. I'm not aware of any further alliances on her part. She's a very old turtle.
Your teacher is a turtle?
Turtle. Don't be
Turtle.
racist.
Yes, she's an ancient turtle. She took me in when I was young and sought nothing but knowledge. I mean, I'm still young and seek nothing but knowledge, but, you know, when I was a child.
Younger and more knowledge seeking.
Yes, exactly. I attempted to steal a book from her library because I wanted to read it.
I bet.
And instead of chastising me, she offered apprenticeship. Took me under her wing, so to speak. Although she does not have wings.
Wait, turtles have wings? Oh, they don't.
Turtles.
I'm so confused. Speaking turtle?
Are you not aware of turtles? They are.
I've just recently come to a realization that there's bird people that are not birds that can talk.
Oh,
I didn't know that there was others like turtles as well.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
No, there.
You're like
There
that.
are a wide variety of creatures which are people but resemble various animal species more than humans do to the apes that they are related to.
Ah,
There are the birdkin, like myself. There are turtles, of course. There are catkin. I believe they're called tabaxi. And he just, like, he'll keep going. He just keeps going, listing, like, and there are these people.
I
Yeah,
suppose
she-
that's as important right now.
she just very, very interestingly
Yes, sorry.
like listens to you and just nods with everything.
Yes,
Is it like
my
people?
my apologies, Aurethi.
She just gonna ask like random animals that come to her mind. It's like fish people. Is it like pigeon people? Is it like goat people? Is it like horse people? And she just goes through like literally any animal that she has met before.
There's even
and
wind,
it's
My
earth,
apologies, Aurethi.
fire, and water people.
Regarding your question, I am uncertain of Hyacinth's greater or deeper allegiances. She's simply been my teacher, my mentor. We did not discuss any greater connections she might have. It didn't come up.
No.
I mean, do you have to have an allegiance? Do you have to be part of like a weird group that tries to rule the country? I feel like you can just be.
Most do.
I feel like you can just
It's
be.
very rare for
I
one
don't have an
person to be an
allegiance.
island.
I mean, I'm not
An allegiance.
particularly
Alena.
interested in all of this stuff. I'll travel with you and help you on your goals. I'll help you achieve your goals, but I'm not like interested in it for my own sake. If that makes sense.
That's understandable.
I'm merely interested in my quest for knowledge. And
Well,
You all seem like an interesting sort, so...
when it comes
Yeah.
to forbidden and obscure knowledge, I imagine the people like the Veil Piercers probably have some wild and strange stuff that's maybe illegal. That's where the good stuff is.
That is certainly a true fact about the world.
So, northward then. Because
She points at Alena.
we need to figure out what happened with your home. And
I don't
you...
know, it's my home. It's a village that I remember.
Yeah, same. Yeah, that.
As she points at Aurethi, she says,
We need to find out, you need to get in contact with, our group, and you need to get away from here because you have some sort of beef with legions around here. I don't know. It's weird. You're cagey.
she points at Nier and she says,
Hey, you, seem to really want to join this, Rebellion. And I want to do the right thing. And it seems like delivering this thing to, this hero is the right thing to do right now. So, northward.
Oh, I don't want to join. I simply want to know every player at stake.
Oh.
In this great game of politics and warfare.
You want to be a big fish.
No, I want to be the bigger fish.
There's always a bigger fish.
And I will simply be faster.
You seem to want to be a player in the game.
What we are playing a game? What are we playing?
It's probably some sort of, like a role-playing turn-based game.
Yeah.
Because it takes forever to do anything. So, I guess for now that we know all of each other's motivations, I feel like we're all aligned. In the morning, I guess, now that the whole Quill situation got resolved, we could probably just head straight north out of here and hope we don't run into too many bad things over the mountains. Right?
That sounds good.
Unless anybody else has anything else to do in town.
I mean, there's always more books to read.
Yes,
But,
but in the presence of a certain adversary of ours, I don't exactly feel secure in the cities.
Yeah, I would be tempted not even to sleep in the city tonight.
Alright. Shall we then?
We shall.
Oh wait, it's evening.
Yeah.
People sleep in the night.
Yeah. We could walk
I
like
don't.
30 minutes outside
I mean,
town.
half of us are nocturnal.
We could
I
walk.
believe Alena is the only one of us who isn't.
I
That's
look at
true,
the others and like, I think these are not nocturnal.
I mean,
Looking especially at like Aurethi and Nier.
I
We
propose
all have night vision.
I'm going to go through the night. I don't need much sleep.
I mean, I genuinely prefer traveling at night. It's easier on my eyes. But,
so,
you know, it depends on the desires of the group.
in that case, do we want to go outside of town? Maybe split our rest, so if we don't want to rest through the night, we could do a march through the night and then sleep during the day? If Alena's okay with that?
Sorry, what?
Well, Arthur's just saying that we seem to see better in the day and we run into less bad things in the day. Nighttime. Maybe we could march during the night. Start our march now.
I
Otherwise,
don't mind watching through the night. I can just not see very well during the night.
fair.
Perhaps we could be crepuscular. We could travel at in the twilight hours and sleep in the deepest night and the deepest day.
I think mechanically we need to have 8 hours of rest at once.
I don't. I need more.
That's true. So, yeah, I guess
24 hours in a day. There's enough time for.
do we have expended some resources? Do we want a long rest in the town, or do we want to get out of the town and camp outside? Or do we want to continue or extend our day?
I would be happy to leave. I would be fine leaving the town now. no reason to stay.
I'm also fine leaving the town. I learned what I needed to from the Nocturna temple here. So, we're good to go.
Hibiki, what's the
Yes.
postal system like?
Please say it's Legend of Zelda style.
Postal Service.
Please say it's Legend of Zelda style and there's just one guy in really high shorts just running around.
My main question is, would I be able to get a letter to a certain someone without it being read before it reached her?
It's pretty reliable in that sense, yes.
But, like, legions aren't reading incoming post to their like, soldiers.
Military man
No.
might get read. Depends on how top down it is.
Usually not. Not in, like... If they're deployed, even less so.
Oh,
Okay, I would like to...
seems like a
And we
security
can...
risk.
Can you send letters across different factions' borders?
Yes.
Yeah, I would like to send a
But
letter
the
to
Imperial
someone
postal
under
system
Fluid
is
Town.
it's still one postal system. Although, it's fractured, but it's still one postal system.
Yeah. I want to send a letter to someone before we leave. I'll message you who I'm sending it to and the contents later.
Ooh. Secret
Yep.
wife.
Certainly so. It will just cost you 2 silver, I'd say.
Cool. I will pay that.
Damn. Mail's cheap.
I think we're just rich.
Are you though?
What does the average peasant make per day? What's
Per
a
day.
These
squalor
are the
lifestyle?
copper, like region, or like it would like 2 silver.
Yeah. So yeah, I
Like-
guess this is like 3 days work of wages. That's fair.
Yeah.
It is expensive. I take it back. So, mail.
Oh, you do have 32. You do have 3,200 silver on your name.
I
generally,
have exactly
as a party.
uh,
I have
345
zero.
copper.
I have no money whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't want to carry
Literally
the
none.
copper. Or I don't want to carry the silver. I just have my personal funds. Aurethi can be the loot. Or Arthur. Arthur Aurethi can carry the cash. I feel like Arthur would be the better one to carry the cash. Because I just love the idea of an Owlin with like a giant sack of money. Just like weighed down with sacks of money as he's trying to fly.
I believe
Son of Kai.
Reverie handles the accounts.
Oh, okay. In that case, Nier is our
Well, no, they
banker.
actually hold the cash is another thing.
Yeah, the accountant.
Yeah.
Near-
Who
near
was
the
holding
banker.
the artifacts, by the way? Did we decide that?
I think also Reverie.
Yeah. That sounds right.
If I get kidnapped, guys, you're all fucked.
Yeah, I guess Nier is going to be our essential NP, our essential loot order.
My connection is suffering.
Well, that's unfortunate. In the meantime, Aurethi mails a letter, and then I guess we set off.
Yep.
Do we want to march through the night, or do we want to travel during the day? Because I'm not sure which would be better for us. Yeah, I don't know. Because we might run into bigger, scarier monsters at night, but we'll avoid like people that can question us on the road. And we are carrying
I feel like
a doomsday
it's
device.
just safer to travel during the day, right?
Fair enough. So in that case, I guess we march
Yes.
like 30 minutes outside of town and then camp.
Sounds
Yeah,
good.
sounds good.
Then we do that. Kuffah sings hymns to the moon that she's mostly making up, but she has a decent charisma, so they're not terrible, unless you want me to roll for it and make me roll terribly. Yeah, she just makes us a nice,
Go for
comfy,
it.
cozy little camp. She makes like a quick goodberry pie, I guess, so we have free food. If Nier wants to contribute goodberries.
Yeah, I mean, Nier will probably give you a way to make a bakewell tart or something.
There we go.
Using
Yeah.
less good berries, but
And we have
It's a more effective usage of them. I fucking love big.
we make a cozy camp. We have a great time. We have some interactions with NPCs, some random encounters, and then we wake up in the morning and everything's great.
Yep. So
Everything was fine.
Everything was fine. Oh, and look at that! We stumbled upon a buried backpack that has 400 gold pieces in it. Just what a coincidence! It's amazing.
Nah, I don't think so. But yeah, you spend the night and you wake up the next morning refreshed, feeling ready for your journey, I guess.
I cast 8 on everybody that I can cast 8 on, which is everybody.
Ooh.
So we just, don't bother changing your hit points because we should already be.
I think you can only hit
plus
3
5
people.
temporary.
So
You can only hit
get
3
4.
people with 8.
Oh, is that correct? Let's see. 3, you're correct. So who's left out? I think Aurethi was left out.
yeah, you don't have to hit me.
Yeah.
I have 34 hit points.
So near Arthur, I need to hit myself because I'm a frontliner.
I hit you, Alena, and
Me, Alena, and Arthur's airborne usually. So me, Alena, and
Even
Nier.
with your 8, I only have 28 HP.
I can't do more than that right now. I only have a second level spell.
And I re-up my mage armor
There you go.
at the beginning of each day.
So aid goes on myself, Alena, and Nier in the first thing in the morning.
Yay.
I've also swapped some spells around. I'm still rocking my normal second level spells, but I've picked up Command as a first level spell instead of Bless because I never want to concentrate on Bless. I have better things to concentrate on. And I got Divine Retribution, which is the holy version of the what's the tiefling
Actually, don't
one?
locking sticks rebuke.
It doesn't matter. I hit people if they hurt me. Yeah, knock me unconscious.
Okay.
HE double hockey stick ish rebuke.
So I got rid of Guiding Bolt and Bless. So I'm working more towards being support, less direct attacks. I still have Spiritual Weapon because it's important. But that's what I'm rocking
Okay.
currently.
Also, Reverie and Arthur, remember to prepare your spells for the day.
Yep.
I'm trying to load Foundry because my Wi-Fi is still being a bitch.
Don't forget to prepare your spells for the day, Alena and Aurethi. It's very important. You don't want to get caught with
I'll keep the same ones.
the wrong spells.
Oh, Alena, yes. Aurethi, remember Aurethi, your spells?
yeah, I need. Fuck, guys, I forgot all my spells. Which spells do I
no.
have? Shit.
you lost
you
your
have
spell
the big
book.
one. You have the big one with the lasers.
You lost your spell book. You can't cast
Mirror
anymore.
image. Like 10 mirror images.
Actually, that is basically the
Ooh.
subclass, the mirror image subclass.
Yeah. You cast mirror image, but it's better.
Mirror image
Trying
that can
to
hit
do a
back.
Long rest on my sheet. It's not fucking going. There we go. Long rest.
So we don't get bothered during the night.
Hmm?
Don't get bothered during the night.
No, you do not.
Huh?
Apparently, you don't get bothered during the night.
Well, everything's coming up, Oath Seekers. We're gonna have a great time, guys. I can tell this is gonna be a great journey. Nothing bad is gonna happen.
I
It's
swear to
smooth
God, you two are
sailing.
doing the bait of my existence this campaign.
Isn't it great that nothing bad is going to happen during all of this journey? We'll just get through the mountains, no problem.
Yeah.
Bad things
Because
have
we're
already
the
happened, you
heroes,
guys.
So the fated heroes just managed to accomplish everything.
I mean,
so
can we really
just-
call them bad things if we survived and became stronger from the experience? We're really just growing closer together as friends.
Yes! They're still bad things!
I learned to just ignore them, honestly. Otherwise. I
Okay.
can't seem to recharge my spell slots.
You're gonna give me an
All right.
anxiety.
I need to take a long rest. I forgot.
Click the long rest button.
And then take away one of my second level
The spells
spells.
are all recovered.
There we
The
go.
spells are all recovered, Reverie.
Oh right, I think my sheet is just slow because of things.
Of the internet.
And then we march.
You march indeed.
I think I would be, as always, hanging around my best friend Aurethi, my favorite. Ready to slap her with a super dark vision if we need it, but I doubt we'll need it.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
And I think because Aurethi's the captain, I feel like we'd be up front.
All right.
I'm flying from branch to branch in the trees above.
Arthur our caboose.
All right. So, later during the day, towards like 4 to 5 p.m.,
Oh,
you
long day.
notice a figure traveling towards you. It looks like probably on horseback. See,
Horseback,
and
My
you see a horse pretty much
oh,
going, like kind of traveling in the direction opposed to you.
just a horse, no person.
Just a horse, yes. And as it comes closer, you see it has a saddle on it and saddlebags, but no rider.
It would seem that someone saved a horse and rode a cowboy.
I'll cast Speak with Animals on myself.
Okay.
Hello. Are you quite alright?
Get away. Get away from that town.
What town? You must have
Up
overheard
north,
what
where
it was called.
I grew up. Get away from it. Away, away. We tried
happened.
sending... People are disappearing in the night. They talk of demons in their sleep that take away people.
It's okay, you're quite alright. I'm assuming the horse is quite agitated.
Yes, it is.
Is there, would it be alright if I stroked your mane?
At least he asked permission.
Agitated.
Make me an animal handling check.
Henry Crabgrass says consent is key.
Okay. I'm straight long
Hey.
list multiple times.
18, yeah.
That mane is so
So-
stroked.
You may.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm still fucking stop. The fucking horse man voice
You.
fucks me so hard. You man.
You
I'll
may.
go up to the horse, stroke it, and do we have an apple or some rations or something?
I have some rations. That's mostly dried meat, though. I don't think. I don't know. Could you ask the horse if they eat jerky?
Once I think I have an oat cake or something. Here, it may be a bit dry, but it'll be something you can eat.
Knock off a ration.
Hey.
Actually, I'll knock off a ration. I have too many. I need to use them for something.
And it's good.
I'm gonna stroke it, keep it calm. So you say there's a town up north, and people are going missing. Demons, you said.
Yes.
What's north of us?
I pull out my map. And I look north.
I'm trying
Actually,
to
it's
pull out
not
the
on
map, and it's like on 98% perpetually.
Agrivara, would it be?
There's
Or all the
there's
hill?
It's
I don't think this
it's a village. It's a village.
yeah. It's like I don't think this horse has been
been.
traveling for that long.
Oh, that's fair. So it wouldn't be marked on
Oh.
the map then.
Yeah, it's a smaller village.
Yeah. Now I get a little nervous. I'm from a little north of here. We should probably. Oh no.
Oh, no.
Right, let's check its
I
out
hope
then.
it's not.
Would you
My
like to come with us,
village.
Mr. Horse?
No,
Wait,
It's
where
too
is your
scary.
rider?
they had to deliver a message, but they left in the night. And
Without a horse.
the demon took them.
I convince you to come with us. I assure you, you'll be safe with us.
We haven't killed a horse on stream in a
Yes.
while.
The horse shakes his head.
Even,
No one
make
is
it
safe
go-
there.
Like, it will simply not go with us no matter what.
It will not, it's
It's a
sketchy.
DC 40.
Oh, why in my party, not Alena?
Well, if you'd like to be on your way, do you want me to take off these saddlebags, unburden you, so you can be free?
It's because you're clicked on the
Yes.
party token.
Yeah. Does it do it proper? No. Yeah, there we go.
I'll sort of swiftly unbuckle all the harnesses and so on. I'll make sure that if the horse is missing any HP, I'll feed it like a good berry or something to bring it back up.
Yeah.
No, that's not good. What good berry does? I'm stupid. That's rations.
And,
Good berry gives you 1 HP.
Oh, well, if it's missing any HP, I'll just heal it with some cure wound or something. Just tell me if I have to expend the spell slot.
it doesn't. It's the horse itself looks alright. But yeah, you unburden it from the saddle and everything, and you do notice that one of the two saddlebags is a bit heavier than the other.
Yeah. Aurethi? As I'll pass the saddlebag to Aurethi.
We'll look inside.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
inside
I'll-
you...
Go on.
So inside the saddlebag you see two things mainly. One is a rolled up letter, a rolled up kind of piece of parchment, while the other one is a little sack of silver.
Right, I'll pocket the silver and read the letter.
Yep, it's the silver itself. It's 800 silver,
Jeez.
Ooh.
Okay.
and the letter it's a request for the Adventurers Guild to put out a hunting quest on an Alp, on what they believe is an Alp, terrorizing the village at night, and the reward for it that the village is providing it's 800 silver.
Right, so I'll say, well, we've already received our reward, because we may as well go help them with whatever this is. So it's an Alp.
What's an Alp?
I would have thought you would know.
Sorry, no, that's Riley. I'm sure
But
I've never heard of that before.
make me an intelligence check, I think.
I would have no reason to know this.
Let's see if
Either intelligence or Arcana.
Arthur knows.
Spencer knows what this
Arcana.
is. Because I played the Witcher games.
Are we trying to
Hmm?
determine the type of creature that's doing this?
Yeah, what an Alp is.
Yeah, I don't think Kuffah would have any reason to know.
Fuck.
Oof.
I should know what this is.
13! I've ever heard of an Alp.
So you have heard of... wait. And there's the result. Foundry, you bastard.
Why is my internet so slow today? I'm actually molding.
Literally molding.
So 13. You have heard of what Alps are. They are pretty much creatures that appear in dreams and in nightmares. They induce usually nightmares. They are these kind of almost spectral kinds of creatures. And that's all you know. That they hunt people's dreams. And the more a person has the more a person has a large baggage of like thoughts and wisdom and whatnot, the more an Alp is attracted to them.
Oh, sweet.
They're
They'd love this part.
nightmare hunters.
Yes.
Okay, that's a different monster than I was thinking of. But that's fine.
That sounds
Alpha type
awful.
of vampire?
Yeah,
In-
in
Yeah.
medieval folklore, it's a type of vampire.
We really should go help these villagers, whether or not it's my mentor's village.
I feel especially compelled because I feel a special connection to sacredness of dreams and rest, and this is an offense to everything I care about, religiously speaking. So, it's on the way too. Very convenient.
We should.
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel as though we've been paid for the job. We should complete it.
Also true.
I'll look on the map, Hibiki, and try to find like a place where the horse can be happy. like vast fields next to a water stream, like a stream. Sorry, like somewhere.
There is a lot of water streams in this area, so
Yeah.
I feel like the horse
I'll
can
point it to the nearest one where there's like a vast field where it can run about and be happy.
and immediately
Yeah.
get eaten by a
can
lion.
easily do so.
Do you have a name that you would prefer to be called by?
Tim.
Fuck, I forgot to name the horse.
Tim.
Oh, Ed. You can just call it Ed the horse.
Tim the horse.
Of course, of course.
Tim.
And the horse, yes, of course.
Or you can just say it tells you its horse name, and I'd be satisfied with that.
Yeah, it's
A horse name that cannot be.
It's,
It's like Horse and His Boy.
Knicker, Nay, Chuff.
Yeah, it tells it.
Henny, henny, hoo-ha.
Its horse name.
yeah, the one that you can only say to an inn while you're using speak with animals.
Yep. You have to speak
Its
horse to
true
say it.
horse name.
It's like an ant name.
Its true
Well,
horse
I hope
name.
to meet you again one day, and I hope you have a peaceful time. There's a stream not too far south from here that you can find peace in. And hopefully, you can divest yourselves of these nightmares that have plagued the town. Well, go deal with it.
Alright.
Okay.
Time for some demon
Give it a
hunting.
good final stroke through its mane and say, well, as some would say, yeah, go live your life.
Yeah, the horse runs off into the forest towards the point you told it.
And it's definitely not eaten by a mountain lion.
You know the proud owners of a saddle and some saddlebags.
Hey, this would be helpful for me to ride on your shoulders, Aurethi.
I don't think you know how a saddle works.
I mean, Aurethi's pretty big and strong.
Yes, but Aurethi would have to be on all fours for this saddle to work.
That's a good
And I don't
point.
think that's
Maybe
something
not.
she'd be very much amenable to. Feel free to.
I don't know, maybe you ask her.
Yeah. Are you speaking for Aurethi? Maybe Aurethi's into...
You know what?
As
I'm not
I
going to
said,
say that.
feel free
Because
to
Kuffah's
correct me if I'm
ace.
wrong, Aurethi.
Aurethi's not here. Abby's dead.
Abby, are you muted?
Abby. She will be missed.
Stop and open it in fucking chat. God damn it. Oh, it's just so slow right now.
Okay, so we head over to this town, I guess. Unless we want to take a break
Okay.
for people to come back, and if we want to try to let
We
Oh
can
my
take a
God,
shot.
Marvel
We can
Bible.
take a
Yusuf
shot.
unfuck
That's
his
fine.
internet.
Right.
Okay, intermission over.
So,
Welcome
we
out here.
here?
You're back. About time. You're curious
time indeed.
about that horse with no name.
So, in case you missed it, Abby, the horse is from a town too small for the map, up to the north.
Yeah.
Possibly where Arthur comes from, who knows. The horse said that the dreams of the people in the town were being haunted by some sort of demon creature. Nier looked through the saddlebags, found a sack with 800 silver pieces in it, which was going to be for payment for the Adventurers Guild to send a hunting party to chase after an Alp, which we determined based on some rolls that is some sort of nightmare dream eater.
So it is very simple. We go and we save these poor people. Do we not? I mean, we already got the payment, technically. So surely you do not mind. I remember that I actually have a voice that I have to do for this character, which I didn't do at the start, which because I forgot.
I also, I mean, if it's nearby, I'd like to investigate, because it's...
If it's your home, you have
nearby.
double the reason to go, do we not?
Precisely. I have... Well, I don't want my mentor's village to be overrun. I spent many years there.
Alright, and Aurethi can finally
Always
question your mentor and find out if they're as scary as she thinks he is. They are.
Home is an important place for many people, and it is one for you, so let's go.
all right. So you travel for the horse would have pretty much told you where generally the village would be located. So you travel for about a couple hours, nothing more than that. And you, after a while, you finally arrive at the village. You find the village, what one could describe in a state of being incredibly terrorized.
Is it my village? Is it the
see-
village with Hyacinth's Tower, or is it a completely different
It is
village?
not. It is
Okay.
not that village. But yeah, you see as the doors and windows are shut, nobody really is even looks at you, welcomes you. You do see, the flickering lantern light from inside the houses, so it's not a dead village, but it's people are not so keen on getting out of their homes.
So we're in Barovia now.
But this looks a bit
Yes.
grim, does it not? Like there's no children playing in the streets.
Right.
There's no people going on about their business. Almost feels like a ghost town if I wasn't seeing the shadows behind the windows.
It's like everyone's scared.
Is this town large enough to have some sort of a tavern? Or inn?
It
Or church.
does have a tavern.
Okay. It's a Murphy. Okay. I guess we go to the tavern then.
Captain, after you.
Right, I'll walk into the tavern.
You want behind the water to throw down there?
Okay, yeah. Certainly. Easily walk into the tavern, no worries. The tavern itself, it's also pretty empty, but there is a barkeep behind the counter that kind of looks up to you, an older, half-orcish fella.
Right, I'll go up to the barkeep, say, we have an adventurer's contract. Apparently you've got a monster haunting your town.
It does look like so, yes. People have been disappearing, others have been found, what one could say, traumatized. It has been for several days.
Is there anyone in
Yes,
town
sir.
who knows the most about this?
Nobody really survived. We think it is an Alp, because that's what they usually do, but nothing more than that, really. We don't have any wise people or priests or people of knowledge in here. It's just a town of farmers.
Any pattern to the victims? Young people, old people, sick people, dreamers.
Yep. Not really. It looks like it just taking whoever.
So, no way we could attract it to ourselves to try to fight it in our sleep.
Well, I don't know really a lot about monster hunting. Maybe there is.
What are you still
There's
doing here?
stuff.
Sorry to interrupt. What are you still doing here? If there's all this danger going around, why don't you leave? Take people with you. Why are people still in this town if it's being haunted?
It's their home. Most of them just can't take up and leave one day.
You know, that's
Just
fair.
decide that.
That's fair. And there's no location, there's no pattern to where the attacks are. It's completely random.
What?
There's no pattern to the attacks, no locations either, no pattern to the victims.
No, they usually no. It's just first one was just one of the farmers, then a traveler that was passing by, then more of the people from the village. Doesn't look like they have much pathos to them.
All right. I guess Kuffah will look up to Aurethi and she'll say, since we can't establish a pattern, maybe we should just gather to the town. There seems to be a small enough amount of them, we could probably address them all. Maybe maybe we get everybody to sleep in turns tonight, and then when somebody gets attacked, they shout for help, and we go and punch this dream monster in the face.
What's the population of this town, roughly?
It's about 150.
That's doable, yeah.
Do you have some kind of mayor?
Yes, certainly. If you want to reach them, you'll see it's the building out there, and he points kind of towards the quote-unquote center of the town. It's the blue, the one with the blue roof tiles in the middle of the town. That's the mayor's house.
Well, I guess thank you for the information, and sweet dreams.
And she smiles with her fangs.
If you call those lead.
Some more wishful thinking. So everybody,
She nods.
we've learned some things.
And then Kuffah tells everybody what we learned from the barkeep.
Okay,
So,
you
do we want to talk to the mayor and try to get a town meeting so we can coordinate with people, or do we want to just sort of post up in town square and listen for screams?
It would be very convenient if we would manage to get all of the citizens together for a second, because a divine sense is a thing, and if the creature is hiding
That's a
within
good
them-
point. I didn't even think about that.
Very good
do.
idea.
Okay.
You get a cookie.
Thank you, my friend. Sometimes I have a bright mind.
I shouldn't have taken divine retribution. It's a
Outlove
useless
talking
spell.
someone.
Okay, so I guess we go to find the mayor, and there's also a chance that the mayor might be in on it. Always look for the wealthiest person in town. It's their fault.
It's always the mayor.
It's always the mayor,
He's selling
Totally.
good dream pillows.
or like the local general or something. It's always the baron, that sort of thing.
Yeah, it's always the nobility.
It's always the rich person.
But yeah, you arrive at the house. It's pretty much the richer looking house in between all of them. Still not that rich looking. Like it's the only building in town with a tile roof, but it's still wood. So
Okay.
it's a bit bigger and a bit better off, but still pretty poor looking generally. Yeah, you can easily go up to it and knock on the door, and soon a smaller halfling fella opens the door, looking somewhere in probably their 50s. Welcome, travelers. How could I be of assistance?
We heard there's a creature plaguing your poor villagers, and we're here to help.
Yes, you've received our message then. Good. How's Richard doing? The messenger.
He didn't survive.
We only found the host, but no
well.
rider.
I see. But please come inside. Make yourselves comfortable. And he opens the door, and
Alright.
you see a cozy living room on the other side.
Can I make a perception check, looking for any hidden sigils or demonomicons?
Sure.
Or just like a demon sitting in the living room, just acting nonchalantly.
Exactly. Anybody want to
Judgment
help
D&D.
me? Aurethi, you want to
Sure.
give me the help action
I
since
can.
we're always together?
Yeah, I'll help you.
Your profession
okay,
is your
okay.
perception bigger than a +3?
No.
Okay. So just advantage.
I have a +5.
Yeah, but I said it first. Wow, I'm rolling like ass.
12. Nothing.
You get what you fucking deserve. The horse is fine, by the way. Thank you for asking.
Well, that's good to hear. Now, you had questions for me, I guess? What would you like to ask? What would you like to know?
Well, anything that you can think of about this situation? I mean, it seemed like you knew what kind of creature it might be.
How people talk. There has been, knowledge about Alps being hunters of dreams, and it started a couple of weeks ago, and there have been disappearances, and then we noticed that they're all been at night, and some people have returned from the forests, looking shaken and stunned, and many of them reported headaches and of the such. Sleepwalking.
Has anybody died?
Well, people disappeared. There's at least 5 or 6 people that disappeared and never came back.
Can we ask you to get the villagers together so they know that there's someone here to help, and if they have any information that they can come forth and share it?
Certainly. Just give me a second, and after a while the village bell is rung, and I see that a crowd of worried and scared villagers forms in front of the village kind of village hall thingy of the mayor's house.
Who's giving the big speech?
Whatever you need to do.
It's like, what is it, like middle of the day?
Yeah. I have a persuasion plus 3.
It's the,
but I'm not really
I
a
have a
crowd person. It does seem like a paladin thing.
I will just address the people directly. And it was a village with like no proper name, right?
Yeah, it's just there is a name, but it's not important. For the
name is.
Sorry, you were saying something?
I was gonna make a joke. The name is Macaroni,
No.
and the horse's name was Thursday.
A good day, dear villagers. We have heard of your plea for help, that there is a creature about that has already taken some of you away from the loved ones. And worry not. We have dealt with situations like these with missing people before, and we will not rest until we have made sure that you can sleep soundly at night. If there's any of you that have some information or some theories, then feel free to come forward. We shall be, available to any who seek to converse with us. And I would like to also sneakily use my divine sense.
Divine sense, yes. Your divine sense does not find anything in this area. No.
The village is close enough that I would have them all within range.
Yep. No celestial fiends of or undead in that area.
While that's going on, can I make a broad perception check over the crowd?
Sure.
So you're
what are you
looking
looking
in
for?
like the metaphysical aspect. I'm looking in the physical aspect.
Can I do a vibe
Sounds
check with an insight?
Pipe check.
Yep.
I will continue talking. And I can assure you that whatever is haunting you is not hiding within your ranks. So whatever it is some creature from the outside that is trying to get at you. And we will make sure that it will not succeed another night.
Hey, Alena, tell them to sleep in turns tonight. If somebody is having a nightmare, to yell for help if they can't wake them up.
And my dear companion here recommends that if you are in a house with several people, to sleep in turns. Make sure that if someone is overcome by a nightmare, by this nightmare eater, that they can wake them up from said nightmare and inform the people.
Okay, you see people kind of nodding, talking about among themselves. Yeah. And you see as one person steps up to you and says, Well, if you wanted some information, my neighbor just came back from the forest a couple of days ago. They had these big cared eyes and talked something about teeth and wanting to go away from the village, and they've closed themselves in their home and aren't coming out anymore, and not even now. I don't see them around here.
Worry not. If your neighbor is despairing, being surrounded by darkness, I'll make sure that the light of hope shall find them again.
Thank you.
I thank you for caring for your neighbor. Most people only know how to care for themselves. It is important that we look out for one another.
And you see as other people as well are kind of, come to you with similar stories, kind of another 3 or 4 people.
Yeah, I'll take note of all of them and we'll make sure to visit each one of them today.
Yeah.
And I will give similar speeches to everyone coming forth and to that guy, thanking them for caring about the others and on the light of hope in these dark times.
Certainly.
Caring for each other. Okay. Surprisingly, this is the first time that Alena could act in her role as the beacon of hope for people in dark times. It only took 8 sessions. Pardon, 6.
Yeah. So anything else everybody is doing? By the way, Reverie and Kuffah, nothing.
Okay, gotcha. So the town's just normal scared, nobody looks suspicious.
Yeah. I'd like to do my usual thing of just walking through the town as it's going about its normal day and just do a passive sort of investigation.
Yeah. Do your unbreakable thing where you just sort of walk through a crowd. Vibe check.
Yeah, for sure you...
Never mind, it's not important.
Because you're not breaking it.
No, the movie.
Ballman movie?
Yeah. One of his superpowers is he can walk through crowds, and anybody that bumps into him, you can tell if they've been bad or not. It's a dumb movie. It's not important.
Don't feel devalued for just bringing up a piece of fiction that I have.
Hey, I will feel devalued whenever I damn well feel like it. This is my self-esteem.
You want me to I can delete you right now in the voice chat, right in front of all your friends. No, I think that's a good way to look at it, but I like to think of it's more that taking in everything, like the fluttering of butterflies' wings, the way that someone shifts a mug, almost very cinematic, where it's looking at the very small details of everyone's day to day.
It's more like you're tuning into your spider sense.
Yeah,
okay,
just tuning into the absolute of just everything that's going on.
Sure. You walk around town, you see...
I was going to say, do I make a perception or investigation?
I'd say it's a perception.
Okay.
Right, yeah, you tune in, you look around, people are scared, closed, but of course they have to work, so they still get out of home to work the fields, but at night, closer towards night as the workday is coming to an end, they're not even gathering in places such as the tavern or whatnot. They are going home, locking themselves inside. It's very... You feel something is wrong here with that 22. You feel something. There is something here. It wasn't an empty thing, they said.
But it's that there's not as if I can feel as though there's a malevolent undercurrent. There's no active what's the word I'm looking for? There's no active force of humans or some kind of mortal race here to intervene. This is just the case of some creature existing, basically.
Yes. It's some creature. Something is terrorizing them.
So,
But it's a creature.
what you described, it sounded like they're like avoiding each other and avoiding public life, like avoiding
Yeah,
going to
they're
the tavern.
avoiding
So like low
being
trust
near each
between
other.
neighbors. So you also mentioned that a lot of neighbors came forward to talk about their neighbors.
more
Concern?
than
Are they
low
snitching?
trust. More than low trust, it's more about like, I don't know if that other person is gonna get abducted. I don't really want to be near
Okay.
them if that happens.
Gotcha.
It's
So
mostly
it's
kind of
compassion
avoiding
fatigue.
each other. Yes, exactly.
Kitty.
But yeah, slowly the sun is
Um,
going down.
I think, I don't know if this would yield anything, but if Alena is going to go house to house, maybe I could go with you and we could maybe do some insight checks with the neighbors we visit to see if... oh, Riley's cat is so cute right now. Maybe Alena and Kuffah can go around and do vibe checks on each of these individual neighbors and see if...
Yeah, at least on the first one I will use my
just
mind sense.
if
Yeah.
any of these
And on
houses
the other
is
ones I
like
wouldn't.
bad vibes, if any of these people seem like they're targeted for the next person, or if any of these guys has like some knowledge of what is happening that we missed earlier.
Yeah.
Okay, not all of them.
Did we hear whether it's like a shapeshifter, or are people just suspicious because they don't know what's going on?
They said it's a dream eater.
Yeah, nobody's seen it.
Well,
Just people
we
go
don't know
missing
that
in
it
the
takes
woods.
the form of a human.
Yeah, we
though.
don't know.
Like
You don't
this, yeah.
People are just going
I think
missing, and then
broad
some people came
paranoia.
back and said that they were,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
afraid.
think Aurethi will just spend the day like waiting near the centre of town for the sun to set.
Like
Hey,
Qui-Gon
Do
Jinn.
what you're doing.
You go house to house. Not everybody opens. Some of them still prefer to, stay closed in.
Sus.
But those,
Sus.
Arthur can fly, and he's pretty small, so he can like do a little circle
Snippet.
around the village, kind of
Sounds
up
like
in
a
the air,
perception.
eyes in the sky.
yes, certainly. If you want to, you can make me a check. Perception, say, or something along those lines. But yeah, those ones, so you can run the not detective and good. What the fuck it's called? Your little divine sense.
Yeah,
And-
just another one on the one guy.
Is your
the
insight better than
first
mine, by the way?
Nothing
Are you proficient in insight, Mia?
No, I'm shit at wisdom skills.
Okay.
You can give me an insight check for this.
Advantage because we're working together.
Yeah.
I have a +5, so
That
18.
into Bison.
any of these villagers, we're just looking for people that seem like they know more than they're letting on.
Not really. A lot of them are traumatized. If you ask them, they might give you vague details of seeing teeth and kind
Okay.
of waking up in the middle of the forest, but
Okay.
nothing more than that.
I will part from each of them saying that I will pray for them and that I will make sure that nothing of the sort will ever happen to anyone else in the village again.
Okay. Yeah, you do that, and after you do your fly around the village, don't find really anything, and slowly the sun starts to set.
What is Avenir doing during the day?
I think after taking
Still
the
around.
entire town, I'm gonna go read and see if I can find anything. Doubtful, but see if I can find anything. Maybe there's local legends.
Would there be a... Sounds like a small
I'm
town.
also checking something.
Mayor might have the most.
Yeah, sounds
books.
like charisma or something along those lines. I'm trying to get.
I see the sword damage is fixed now again. It has the auto reroll.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Seth, make me a general charisma check if you want to kind of listen to local folklore or whatnot. Or like rumors and whatnot. Pumpkin.
Pumpkin.
The 9 nothing.
Wow, we are rolling like ass today.
You
Doesn't
are.
help to
That's
have
why I'm
no
scared.
bonus.
I've not
That's why
rolled
I'm
yet. Don't worry.
I'm scared for the fight. If you keep rolling like this, it's gonna be.
No, he'll turn around.
No, we're getting all the bad rolls out now.
Listen, this is how statistics work.
Okay.
If I know anything about dice rolls, it's that the more bad rolls you get, the more likely your next roll is to be good. That's how math works.
Okay.
Probability.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, slowly, the day starts turning into night.
Where's
What would you
fallacy?
like to do? Hmm?
Yes, gambler's fallacy. Okay, I guess we post up the closest to the center of town that we can and just wait for screams.
I would like to. So it's a small town, right, or a small village?
Yeah, it's not a
Is
small.
there
yeah,
like
it's village.
a position or like a spot where you could properly overlook the city and make sure that you can see if like someone is leaving the village? Because it sounds like something is coming to them at night and then either taking them or making them walk away from the village.
You can do. Yeah, there could be a play. You could find a place kind of in the forests around it to see kind of in the hills.
Like
around
an
it
elevated
to
position,
really
basically, where I
see-
can
Yeah, you can.
have better
You can
view of
find
the
one.
town.
Yeah. You could find one.
That's what I would do.
So you
How long
should-
does
harassing
the
the
Kuffah, how long does
townfolk,
the
Kuffah?
What was that, sorry?
Did you enjoy harassing the townfolk?
I mean, I didn't enjoy it. They were really
Harassing?
traumatized.
What are you talking about?
They're really sad and upset, actually. I feel like that's an insensitive thing to say, Aurethi. You should probably work on your bedside manner.
We were giving them solace in their time of need. We're making sure.
From my
that they
understanding,
feel
you
safe.
are trying to root out the elf hidden amongst them.
No, we were looking for if anybody had things like if this was anybody's fault. Which now that I say it out loud does seem kind of rude. But you never know. Like somebody could have just touched a cursed coin in the woods or something and just got a nasty curse stuck on him. There's only one way to find out these things. We gotta eliminate. Worked on a list. Deductive style. We're detectives. Alena and I are detectives.
Ah, very not, my small friend. Intend matters in these things. You did not intend to patronize anyone or blame them for what is happening. You were trying to help.
Exactly. See, I'm very endearing. This is what I do. The first thing I did when I came to the surface was a nurse. I was a great nurse. Now, granted, I was a triage nurse, dealing with, like, horrible desert wounds and accidents. Lots of, like, sand parasites and amputations and so much blood.
That doesn't sound very nice.
No.
Very noble thing of you to do something with such.
But just think,
gruesome input.
if you're, like, half dead laying on a table with, like, an arm cut off and you've been stitched up and you wake up from anesthesia and you just look up and you see my smiling face, you feel a lot better.
Certainly.
She smiles
Either way,
with a goblin teeth.
our investigations have been very fruitful. The people say not only that they remember faces full of teeth, they also remember waking up in the middle of the forest, not knowing how they got there. So whatever is haunting these people either takes them away as they are asleep, or it makes them walk away with some kind of mind trick.
Or teleports them,
So-
perhaps.
I say we get a position where we can look over the village, maybe from like 2 or 3 angles. And if we see someone suddenly disappearing in the night, we follow them, see where they are being led, and what might await them at the point where they are being led to. And
Exactly.
voila,
Perhaps we don't have to
we
get
found
that
our
far.
evil toothed creature.
So perhaps
And
Arthur
then we
up high?
strike them down with our righteous fury.
Yeah. So perhaps Arthur
I know
up
that's your
high.
favorite part, Aurethi. Do not worry. You get to smack something. You're very good at it.
I lean into Aurethi.
I think she might be hitting on you. I don't know how these things work.
Nonsense, I would never hit Aurethi.
She's trying to patronize me.
Actually, can I make an insight check? See if Alena's being honest.
Sure. A camel.
13. So with a 13, what do you think Kuffah would read off of Alena? Is she being sincere?
I mean, she's a very honest person.
Yeah, I'm just going to look up to Aurethi and I'm going to say, no, I don't think she's patronizing her. I think she honestly respects you. Maybe we should trust people a little more. She pokes you in the thigh, your big armored thigh. You should trust people a little more. You know, open up that shell. Like a lobster.
There's many people and many creatures that deserve to be smacked, but I do not think that Aurethi is one of them. She seems like a very honest and good-hearted person. Nothing that would require my wrath. Nothing that would need a good smacking.
I mean, Aurethi, if you did need to be smacked by one of us, which would you prefer to be smacked by?
Arthur.
Yeah, let's do this way. Let's say smack,
Arthur
stab,
can smack Arthur's little soft wings.
smack, stab, spell.
Exactly.
Smack, stab, spell. Aurethi, Nier, or Arthur.
Arthur doesn't have eyebrows, but if he had eyebrows, one of them would be raised.
The brief judgmental look of Riley on camera.
Oh, wait, sorry. I think I can do this for you. I feel like this might be a bit too meta, but I like the idea that Veneer just instinctively gives you a finger as an eyebrow which you can raise. There you go.
I'm gonna go
I
read
am
my
very
books over there.
Yeah.
I would have
confused by
Arthur
this
stab me
theory.
because I believe he could not bring himself to do it. I would have Alena cast a spell, and I would have Alena smack me because, similar to Arthur, he is not quite capable.
Aha, you're very good at this game.
Also-
Are you
smack
sure you want me to cast a spell?
We don't all know that you can do that yet, by the way. So, narratively, that works.
Statistically, I survived that spell.
Also, if I slapped you, you probably deserved it.
Well, there we go.
Why are you talking about slapping each other? We are friends here. We are working together to bring down
We're
the
just playing. It's a
tyrannical
classic.
leaders of this country and make everyone have hope again in their heart.
It's just a
I don't
Well,
classic
obviously, I
game.
thought about how I would kill all of you.
A classic game of smack, stab, spell. And we all played
you've
it
thought
on
about how you'd
sleepovers when we
kill
were
us.
little. It's
Wait, Tom,
totally
you want to
wrong.
kill us all?
No, she's
thinking
planning
if she
for
had-
emergencies.
I was aware of a very different phrasing of that game.
I know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a goblin.
I don't know why you're surprised, Avondale. Amongst all of us, I thought you would be doing the same.
Oh, no. I'm not scolding you, or I'm surprised. I'm proud, honestly. I think you're a good friend.
I'm trying to think of bird puns now for that game, and I can't think of any.
Oh, what's
One
the...
of them is roost.
Yeah. Roost...
Roost, nest, peck.
Roost, nest, peck? Yeah, that's good.
Who would you roost with? Who would you pack with?
Who would you peck? Who would you
I peck
roost
with
with,
it.
and who would you nest with?
Well, it's
It's fuck, marry, kill.
The peck is kill.
Yep. Roost
Nest
would
is
be...
married.
Roost
Nest
would be
is
fuck.
married. Yeah.
Yeah.
Roost, nest, roost.
Roost,
We
nest,
called
peck.
it roost, nest, peck.
Oh, I wonder if this is a regional game. Does everybody have a regional version of this game?
Lady Hope, give me strength. I do not understand what they are talking about.
So I'm assuming we get attacked while having this conversation.
Are we aware that Alena was basically a child before being reincarnated?
What do you mean, child?
We don't even
I'm
know that
going
Alena has
to
been
go-
reincarnated yet.
I'm going to go.
Also,
jump
she was
into
not a child.
It's
Okay.
pretty obvious she's some flavour of undead, given the fact that she never eats or sleeps.
Also, it's Mia.
What never eats? You just because you have not seen me eat, and I've always given it to my cat.
The few times we've seen you sleep, you're basically like alert enough to basically be awake. It's we know something's
When
up.
she sleeps, it's a bit like in her character art, where she's more like leaning against the wall, holding her sword.
Yeah, she sleeps like a Dark
Close
Souls
to her.
NPC.
Mm.
Yeah.
But I believe Arthur was going to do something useful.
Oh, I was asking. I was going to ask before all of this chaos. Kuffah.
Yeah.
How long does your this seeing in the dark eyes
1
of yours
hour.
last? Because I do not see very well in the dark, as you know.
I'm
I
aware.
think it would be quite helpful
I
to
believe
see
it's
if
just-
someone is being dragged away.
I believe it's just a moment to cast it. So as long as I'm close to you, I can just touch you when it happens.
I think it's a X times per long rest thing.
No, it's once. Once per long rest, and it is just touch. It doesn't look like there's a casting time. It's instantaneous. Yeah, just an action. So as long as you're near me, I can touch you to give you super dark vision. So I think in that case, Alena, me, and probably Aurethi should be together at town square. Arthur, I believe, was going to go up high to read books and keep watch, and then I don't know what Nier wants to do.
I can't
think
read
Nier's
books
like
while
a-
I'm quiet.
True.
Nier's like a cat. Nier will come and go as they please.
Valid.
So are you standing at the town square then? That's what
I think the
understand.
three
Yeah,
of
just
us, the three of us that can't wild shape or fly, are in town square.
Yeah.
Okay,
And I
then
guess you
Arthur
would-
is in the sky, right? Currently.
And Nier
I
is
guess Kuffah, you should keep the special night vision for when we have to
Yeah.
correct them through the forest.
Yeah.
And I've got Merlin with me as a second pair of eyes.
I don't
Alright.
have to touch. You just have to be within 10 feet of me, so we don't actually have to be that close to each
And
other.
Reverie,
Oh, the
where are you
Reverie.
located?
What's that, sorry?
Where are you located?
Is this our nighttime location as we're waiting for the creature?
Yeah.
Yes.
What's the highest point in town?
Most probably the roof of the mayor's house thingy.
Yeah, I'll find my way up there, even if I'm not allowed.
Sure.
You can
Yes.
wild shape, as you remembered.
Arthur, are you as well? being there?
I'll periodically land on the roof with him, and I'll send Merlin up into the sky and warg into him.
If everyone
So,
stays within
as-
120 feet of me, I can do message to keep everyone in the loop.
Well, we
Me
would
too.
be
It's you would be generally this is pretty much how I'm imagining you are generally located.
So if combat breaks out,
Special map.
I'll hold off on the dark vision until everyone is within 10 feet of me. You would all know you need to be within 10 feet of me to get the super dark vision if needed.
Ah,
Also, just a quick note: the reason I've not been wanting to do wild shape is because I don't like the idea of Reverie being like anamorphing into stuff. But I think the puff of smoke sort of fixes it for me.
No, it's cute, yeah.
I like the idea
It's more like a
that
spell
actually
than-
what happens is Reverie swaps places with an animal in the Feywild for a period of
Oh,
time.
this is just your body with an animal's mind in the Feywild being very confused for a few
Yeah.
minutes.
Reverie's having like a daydream in the middle of the Feywild while an animal does their bidding.
your body pops back into existence, and suddenly you just spit out like 10 acorns
I love that,
because
yeah.
you became a squirrel.
So,
never mind, they will steal the best cheese.
That sounds right, yeah.
It's
Seems
the
right.
middle of the night.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I think the way
Arthur.
that Alena would do it is we have a nice little fire going here in the center to keep us warm,
Yep.
and she's doing her usual like sitting there half awake with her sword.
I'm
With
sitting
the-
there. I would like to braid somebody's hair. That seems like something Kuffah would do. Who wants to have their hair be braided?
I have very short hair, but if you want to, you can. I feel like Aurethi is the one that just know.
I think Aurethi has
None of
dreads.
this nonsense.
Can't really braid dreads.
Arthur's like,
I was in
oh,
dread, so it's kind of hard.
Yeah, I guess Kufa's
I
just
don't
sort of
have hair.
braiding loose twine, making little knots, little girly
You
things.
can give Alena like a couple of short braids if you want.
Yeah, I'll do
I just
that.
want to have hair.
So, Arthur,
Yes.
as you perch on the roof, it's about 1 a.m., I would say. As you perch on the roof, you feel something. Your feathers almost instinctively rough up. and you, again, always instinctively look over to Reverie, sitting on the other side of this roof. Reverie, you yourself, you feel something is wrong, and you start to weirdly feel drowsy. A very weird feeling for an elf.
I don't like this very much. I'm gonna slap myself in the face to keep myself awake.
Yeah, you do that, and Arthur, as you come closer to Reverie, you see a figure form out behind them. Floating, just slightly floating over, kind of not having legs, just a torso, what looks like a floating torso behind him.
I cast magic missile.
Yeah, sure. Long kind of
There's a spooky thing.
long arms.
Shoot first.
And the eyes are covered by this white leathery skin, and the only thing visible is this toothy grin of a mouth.
Fuck.
So you throw me the magic missile, and please roll me initiative, everybody.
Yep.
As that kind of, you turn around and see.
Wow.
That makes sense.
Convenient
I
it attacks one of us.
You know, I told you it's attracted to high wisdom. And that's
You did tell us that.
4, 3, 2. So that's a total of 9 damage. Magic
Do you have an
missile
arc for us
damage.
to look at?
I mean, there's the profile, the token art up at the top.
I just can't see a
Wait.
lot.
Well, I have an approximate idea.
Sounds like a Guillermo del Toro monster.
Oh, I rolled really well on initiative.
I put it in the chat for in the voice channel chat.
Like this. That's hideous and horrendous and awful, and I like it.
I like it. It has that sort of like, if this thing existed, you could definitely beat it.
Oh, that's horrible.
Calling for
Yeah.
other reasons.
It does look like a Guillermo del Toro monster. I was correct. That would be played by Doug Jones for sure.
So I would say that was your first turn, Arthur, like your action for the turn, because you also rolled
That makes
amazingly.
sense.
Would you like to do anything else?
Yes, flee.
Oh, nice abandoned Nier.
Okay.
Bye, Reverie.
I am a ranged spellcaster, not a melee fighter.
Aurethi.
So I flap upwards and backwards, and hoot quite loudly. Hoot, 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 hoot. Friends.
What's your range of flight?
30, right?
30 feet.
30. Okay, so
How tall is this building?
A little
Yeah,
closer.
Ooh, 2 stories, 3 stories?
the building itself, it's 2 stories tall, I would say.
So 10 feet of floor
So
is
how
20
tall
feet.
is that in feet?
I would say around 10 feet. A bit more to the top of there, so I'd say 15.
What's about
15, cool.
15?
I'll run 30 feet up. And then I will manifest Echo on the roof of the building.
Right.
I need you to track that one. I still can't.
How up in the air would you be, Arthur? As a general thing? Would you be level with would you be level with
No, I would have gone maybe like 15 feet above the roof.
so 30 feet from the ground. Okay.
Yeah. Basically would have been flying upwards at a rate of half the speed he was going backwards, if that makes sense.
So,
and now I'm
where are you
hovering there like
Where are you manifesting the echo?
On the roof of the building. I can only manifest it within 15 feet, I believe. Yeah.
I would say here it would be appropriate. Like counting triangulation, like somewhere along these lines would be appropriate.
I keep forgetting I have Vigilant Blessing that there's no time limit for. One person could always have advantage on initiative. That's next time, I'll remember.
I think... Can I get... Okay. If I actions... No, because I need a second bonus action to swap places with my Echo. On your turn... Oh, wait, no, I can mentally command it to move 30 feet, so I should be fine, as long as it's not 30 feet away from me. Which, like, it shouldn't be. So I'll command it to move here, and then make an attack against the elf.
Yep.
Is it the elf or the elf?
The elf?
It's the elf.
Wait, can I get it flanking?
I'm fucking
Yep.
Elf Molina.
I can't get it flanking. So yeah, that's the
So
way
are you not using the...
the...
Are you not using the... What's it called? The new glaive? The Elder?
Shit, yeah, I forgot I had that. That's a 23.
That hits for sure.
I don't know if this is set up. It is set up with that, cool. That is 8 damage.
You do 8 points of damage.
I'll unleash Incarnation.
Yep. That
Another
hits
hit.
again.
Let's go! 14 damage.
14 points of damage. That you do.
If you
No
guys
action
can help
search.
before I get up, I can have a nap.
Yep.
And attack again.
Sure.
Oh, it's
20?
so close to the 20.
20 hits.
It rolled away from the 20 on my screen on the last second.
Max damage.
Oh, yeah.
17.
Another, yeah.
And that's the end of my turn.
35 damage.
Alright, that's the end of
28
your turn.
plus 8, so yeah, 34. So 36.
So it's the start of the Alp's turn. Every creature within 10 feet, please, must succeed on a DC 14 Wisdom save or have its speed halved and disadvantage on Wisdom saving throws.
I guess that's only all I need.
DC.
That's only one here.
Wisdom save?
14. 14 Wisdom save.
Pumpkin. I succeed.
You just succeeded. And then you see as the Alp replicates. And 3 copies of it appear around it as a bonus action.
Okay. Is this like a mirror image effect? Oh, no, that's actual tokens.
Oh no, the Alp is an Echo Knight.
Oh no.
He's just a better Echo Knight with Mycos.
Then you see as one of these, this one.
One of them has a red cap and the others have blue caps.
Yep.
No, they're all identical.
No, it's you have to hover your
scary
cursor
part.
over them, and then one of them will say the name, and then the other ones will say.
One of them will point at Arthur up in the sky, and it will use one of its actions. So it used Dream Clone. Just so I know for recharges. And then it will use its action to actually do something else and cast Sleep, targeting Arthur.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Only that it innately casts Sleep at 5th level.
Oh, lordy.
Well, damn.
You're gonna sleep.
I think you're gonna
fall
die
to
when you hit the
ground. You're
ground.
gonna take a bunch of damage.
So is 36 more than your HP, Arthur?
I'd be worried if it wasn't.
Oh, you're muted, Bradley.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yep, so Arthur falls asleep
30 feet,
and falls to the ground.
which
30
is
feet.
3d6, I think, fall damage.
It is 3
It is a 6 per 10 feet.
Yeah, 3d6 fall
Yeah.
damage.
Where's my...
I mean, hopefully you wake up from the damage.
Presumably that
Also,
would
You
be...
should.
I was self-rolling. I'm sorry. And this is just a normal roll. So Arthur, you take 9 points of damage as you
Ow.
fall down on the ground.
And then I wake
Also
up.
prone.
Also prone,
You're also prone and asleep.
yeah. So the
Would
damage
I
doesn't
not wake
wake
up
them
from the
up?
damage?
I think so, yeah.
Until
Damage
the
does
sleeper
wake
takes
them up.
damage.
Yeah.
It wakes
Yep.
me up.
So you get teleported to the
It's,
ground and your rib is broken.
Yes, pretty much that's what happens. And then that's the end of the Alp's turn. Kuffah. You now see 3 Alps on the
Yeah,
on the-
I do.
on the roof.
Well, first things first, I'm going to walk 30 feet forward. 5, 10, 15, 20. Let's see. A line, please. I want to see a line. That's not... Oh no, I put the templates on now, then we'll go away. Oh no.
You fool!
I was just trying to measure distance.
Fool! What have you done?
Thank you. Oh, there we go. This is under the actor token. So I guess I run right up to the side of the building because they only have to hear me. That's 30 feet. Damn it. Slightly too far. Well, I'm going to assume that they can. So I'm going to produce my holy symbol and I'm going to turn undead, which I'm assuming this thing is. Hoping this thing is, I should say.
Watch as it turns Alena.
So DC 13 wisdom saving throw if they are indeed undead. And it would only be the
are
two
not undead.
southern ones. Fuck.
They are not undead.
Well, that narrows that down. That wasn't a spell, so I could use a bonus action spell. I have healing word, and I have spiritual weapon. Arthur is probably fine, as long as he doesn't fall again. So I'm going to cast spiritual weapon to summon my spiritual weapon. Where I would know would be right behind the one between Nier and Aurethi, and I will have it attack attack the first Alp. This would be normal.
Yep.
Thank you.
Oh, holy shit.
Well, it
Yep.
glows.
Shiny.
Go for it.
A pig.
That misses.
Shit.
Yeah,
Well-
of course, the pig is very, very clunky and slow. Makes sense.
Well, that was the turn, I guess. I passed my turn.
Reverie.
I'm not in a particularly good place, am I? And here I thought this would be a good place to have a nap. I'll dust myself off. And quick look at my features.
Should have cast silence up there. Next turn.
Okay. I will use my face step once per day. Oh, twice per day.
Okay.
I don't know the range of this thing.
Which flavor of face step is it?
I'm not. Am I? I am third level.
You are third level.
Oh. I don't know. I don't know which season I associate myself with.
Do you want to just roll it randomly for today?
Yeah, roll a d4.
Yeah.
D4.
You do get to choose every day which one it is.
So you're winter today.
Oh,
Winter.
oh, I get to choose every day.
Yeah.
One creature, this Shmooly, is gonna make a frightened on a wisdom save.
Wisdom check.
Immune to frightened, let's see.
DC 18.
It's,
Let me just figure out.
yeah, it's DC. It's DC, whatever your spell DC is, I
13,
guess.
isn't it?
Yeah, it would be 13.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh no, it fails, but it's immune to frightened.
Then don't make the roll. Don't roll.
You give us
it's immune.
just rip it away.
Yes.
Okay.
Alright.
Sorry, I was just
Alright.
eating a custard cream. I'm
Is
gonna
that
hopefully
it?
treat this thing.
Reverie.
So, Alena wasn't turned by my turn on dead.
Nope, I didn't even have to roll. I don't know what you think I would be undead.
Star map. I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt. On this fucking idiot.
Okay. Which one?
Isn't Misty Step a leveled spell?
No, it's the face
it's
step. I
ability.
checked. I read
Never mind.
But it's no, you're right in thinking it would be Misty Step, but
Yeah.
it's emulating Misty Step, so you can do.
Yes.
It's like the.
It's not a
a
spell
race
slot.
ability instead
Gotcha.
of the natural spell. Innate,
So.
so to speak.
Who are you bolting with guidance?
This fool.
Bless you, bless you, bless you.
I'm assuming this
Alright.
fool is the best choice, guys, right? Because we don't know what the rules
Yeah.
are. for
I
fucking
think
HP.
they're all equally good choices.
Probably hit the first one though, just to be safe. Just in case.
Go for it. Cast
Sorry,
spell
I'm just
bolt.
reading Guiding Bolt. If I always cast it at first level, or if it scales with my level. I think I just cast this at the same level, no matter what.
Yeah, I think the free cast is casted at first level.
Shibuya.
Ooh!
That hits, and the illusion fades.
Interesting.
Well, roll the damage anyways, because I want to.
They have 1 HP. Oh boy. That's low damage. That's very low damage for a guiding bolt.
Shibuya. I rolled every single. I rolled 1, 2, 3, 4, but 2, 3, 1, 4. Anyways, that's the end of my turn. I'm a special boy.
Okay. At the end of your turn, the Alp will use a legendary action.
Whoa.
Whoa. That means it has a name. Its
We're
name
level
is.
3!
Its name is
Is Alpus. Alpus Presley.
Alpus
And
Presley.
it will use a legendary action to do a thing.
I hope the thing is teleporting to me so I can smack it.
Yeah.
I cannot
Legend-
get up on the roof.
Legendary
Just
actions
saying.
really should be more normal in 5th edition because it's so hard for monsters.
I know,
to-
right? That's exactly what
They
I'm
should have
thinking, so.
more low-level legendary
Yeah.
creatures. It was just, I think the
Alena.
lowest one is like level 9 or something.
Yeah.
Alena, it is your turn.
Oh, what was the legendary action? Did we see what it did?
It did a Dream Flicker. Teleported 15 feet.
Oh. I guess it was one of the ones we can't see then.
Oh, I guess the real one is invisible, huh?
Huh. I have a
Maybe.
spell for that.
But we don't know that.
That's true. I would have no reason to think that.
Alena's gonna get up because she was in her, like, sitting down, hugging her sword stance, half resting. So you and the
Resting.
coward who haunts the people's dreams, come down here and face me proper. And I don't really have a good way to get to it, so I'm gonna fling a javelin at this guy. Oh my!
Oh,
Whoa.
yeah, that
Yeah.
one just fades. Yep.
For once, your words are backed up by your actions.
Poof.
Hey, Alena is cool, okay?
She had a cool moment.
Yeah, I guess I would ask, as I see you throw this and you look surprised, I ask what's going on up there. What's going on up there?
The creature is using cheap tricks.
You would have heard Arthur going like,
I'm gonna be like, flop.
Exactly, yeah. No, I saw that. I can't see it anymore because I'm at the bottom of the building, so I'm asking Alena. What happened?
The cowardly creature tried to ambush our friend, and then the moment we struck back, it split itself up into illusions.
I saw that. I mean, what happened when you attacked it? You look surprised.
I didn't look surprised.
You disintegrated in one hit.
They're disappearing. They're not real.
There we go. That's what I was asking for in character.
Yeah, that's what she said. It is just a cheap trick.
Okay.
It is using illusions.
I feel like
hiding
that's
from us.
enough for me to know in character to cast the invisibility.
Yeah, I think.
That's what I was fishing for.
Sword in hand.
Arturo.
Not much to do.
I wake up.
Creature of the night.
You do wake up on the ground, and your ribs hurt.
Your little bird
Ow.
ribs. They're hollow.
Yeah, I flutter up to the edge of the roof, and just so I could see. And then
You would be prone, so you need half your movement to get up.
It's only 50
yeah,
feet
I
high.
have 30 feet, and it's 15 feet to the roof.
Yeah, should work.
Yeah, so just enough.
Get slapped again, falls off the edge of the
Yeah.
ledge.
Push.
I'm gonna cast a firebolt at the guy I can see.
Also, I forgot that all attacks against them at disadvantage, but that proves out the last thing.
Okay.
Alright.
You want to throw me up there?
I look up at Aurethi.
Or you want to do something else?
I can throw you if you would like.
I think it might be nice to have a better vantage point. I can't really climb.
Okay, so that's the end of Arthur's turn. Aurethi.
I'm going to pick Kuffah up and throw her 15 feet onto the roof.
No problem at all. I would allow it as an action.
Yeah! I'm only like... Actually, I wrote down what my weight is.
As Kuffah is up there, I will talk to the creature.
I'm 55 pounds.
Up there, you're surrounded. Down here, you only have to deal with me.
We'd like to keep it where all of us are if you would be... You know what, never mind. I'm gonna bring my echo a bit closer to Kuffah and then switch places with it.
Poof.
Yep.
Nice.
I have 15 feet of movement left. I think that's the end of my turn there.
Right. The end of your turn, it begins the turn of the Alp. Now, let's see if it recharges its sleep.
Oh, that looks like a
it
recharge.
does. Let's see if it recharges its clones. No.
Nope.
Should have rolled it the other way around. So, the creature will move unseen.
Come on, bitch, try to sleep me. I tell you. You only have to roll 28.
And then it will attack you. Mia.
Define them on me.
Because it's teleported down.
Not concentrating.
Well, I don't see it, so I don't have advantage.
With advantage.
I mean, that certainly hits.
25 to hit. That hits. And I need a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw from you, Mia. As well as take 19 points of damage.
Oof.
Bloody hell.
Aha.
So you're 9 hit points, Mia.
So my that checks out.
There it is.
Question. Attack.
Yes.
Oh, so I was about to ask if we knew where it was.
Yes. You do see it now. And then it will use its bonus action to fade. And teleport 15 feet away.
Oh, motherfucker.
Okay, well, I can't fucking... Turn your ruler off. I know where it is now.
I mean,
Oh, is it?
it's not.
Oh, is it invisible or is it still visible?
It's
No, it's visible.
It,
It's visible.
it became
Oh, right.
invisible when it attacked me.
I thought it turns
It's
invisible
now-
when it teleports.
Kufa's turn.
No, I think that was the illusory duplicates that made it invisible.
Okay.
Just to be safe, I'm gonna keep my. I'm gonna cast the invisibility. So first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna channel divinity, harness divine power. Never mind, I only have one channel divinity, and I used it on so I don't have any second level spells. Forget that. I'm changing what I'm doing. I think I'm going to cast. Oh, I forgot I only have one channel divinity. Command. I could command it. I could heal somebody, but that's really only necessary if you go unconscious. Detect magic won't help me right now. Sleep. It's probably immune to sleep. Fairy fire might be useful because that will carry along.
On my turn, so if you want to do something else, but
Yeah.
it's up to you.
That's fair. I do know you have fairy fire, so I'll wait to see if you want to do it. I also know you will act before it does. Man, I got rid of guiding bolt. It's a bad time to do that.
I mean, both of you could try verify if one of you fails.
That's true. In that case, yeah,
And
I
then
will.
If your fair fire works, I can guiding bolt it.
True.
Aha.
I will fairy
See?
fire it in such a way as it is in the cube and Alena is not.
I should be.
Okay.
So that's going to be a DC 13
13.
dexterity saving throw. Nice!
Fails with a 1.
Crit fail. So it is now glowing with a just a pale purple light. And then I will move
Alright.
my spiritual weapon 20 feet towards it. 5, 10, 15, 20. Slowly inching its way over there. Yeah, that is my
Okay.
turn.
At the end of your turn, it will use its legendary action to Dream Flicker again.
Well,
Don't
it
you dare
can't
get
be
too far
invisible
away from me, just like you.
because it's glowing.
It cannot get invisible, but it can still teleport away. It's now Reverie's turn.
By the moon in the sky, kill yourself. I'm gonna use my bonus action to do. So first, I'm gonna do guiding bolt.
Yep.
I'm gonna do the 1-2 boogaloo. I'm gonna do guiding bolt with star map.
Advantage as well,
Yep.
because of Fairy Fire.
Oh, I just realized that I don't have to use my star map actually, because I don't need the advantage.
Not to
I
be a rules lawyer, but if a creature leaves the affected area of fairy fire, are they still affected?
No, it doesn't
by the
matter.
area?
Fine.
Fairy fire is
carries
not
with
an
you.
infected area.
No.
Fairy fire doesn't stay. It just
Yeah.
makes every object in the glow, and if a creature fails, it hit the creature as well, and then it disappears.
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
instantaneous.
so typically the way I like to describe it is like you make some kind of magical leaf effect, like cling to them.
Yeah, basically.
Basically, I had the moon send a moonbeam
It's
down.
like a color spray.
Yeah.
Imagine something invisible gets sprayed by like fine mist of dye.
So it's now
and the
always
dye just
glowing
goes
as if
glow.
it's in a pillar of moonlight. At least while I can remain concentrating.
Right.
Thank you for the clarification.
I was just reading the rules for Ice Knight. 22 to hit.
Ooh.
Hits. Roll me damage.
And then I'll use my bonus action Starry Form to take the Mantle of the Archer.
Yep. Also, I forgot at the start of each of its turns to do something.
Oh, sorry. I didn't roll with advantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey.
Misses as well.
You're
Damn.
not a good archer, apparently.
Yeah.
That's it.
That is it.
Okay, Alena.
Hello. I would like to cast a prayer. By the grace of my
Okay.
Lady Hope, I shall banish the darkness that is haunting these people. And I'm gonna go over to it and I'm gonna smack this creature with advantage with my greatsword. Please give me another net 20. Thank you very much.
That is a
Ooh,
great
yeah.
hit.
I would like to also use my smite.
That's a good time for it.
2d8. So, Hibiki, I feel like your thing is going to get a lot of damage and a lot of pain. It's 2d8 for first level spell slot. And
Yes.
I'm guessing it is not an... Is it an undead or fiend?
It is not undead or fiend, it is an aberration.
Ah. So that is 4d8 from the Divine Smite. Plus another 4d6 thunder from my Thunderous Smite. And my
Yeah.
normal weapon damage. So I will roll this, and it is plus 4d8 plus 4d6.
That's gonna be a ton of damage here.
And I think I have to... Oh, pardon, I have to do plus 2d6 plus 2d8, I think, and then click crits. Does it do it right?
Yes.
All right,
with 12
we
max
do the thing
damage.
with damage is bonus. I forgot.
Yeah. That's a hell of a hit.
Wow.
So,
Holy.
so Mia,
Is that a
how
one-hit kill?
do you want to kill this thing?
One hit, one kill.
That's
I would like
more
to
than
say that
its
I
maximum
maximum
HP.
this game, and both statistics were crits. So this is also with Thunderous Smite, which does the audible thunder clap that is here from 300 feet away. So what happens is she takes her sword up, as she said, in the name of Lady Hope, and the sword starts glowing the moment it starts hitting the guy, and it just cleaves straight through the center, and an incredibly bright explosion that just bathes everything in the brightest sunlight.
Nice.
Just covers all plaza with a loud thunderous clap as this creature also gets knocked back 10 feet.
Yeah, fucking disintegrated. So yeah, you kind of cleave it in half, and then there is that split second before it just explodes. So you are covered fully in this milky white blood. Absolutely full covered, and it starts sizzling off of you.
Why does it have to be milky white? I don't want to be covered in cum.
Because it doesn't come. It's holy.
Silver. Fuck it.
Oh, okay.
Just call it silver.
Yeah.
Just to avoid that.
Thank you.
It's over. It's over. It's dead. It's dead. You
Thank you.
murdered it.
It's what's those things from Alien? The guys that are fake people.
The synthetics?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
right. Yeah, since
I like that I also called it being a crit.
yeah.
I don't. This shouldn't have an
Disgusting
aura.
aberration.
Get rid of this aura.
You shall not haunt these people anymore.
Yes.
They may finally rest at night, unworried by the horrors that he tried to spew.
We did
You
it.
hear like a joyous little applause from Reverie as they step down from the house.
And she does like a long swing all the way from like to left, pardon, from the right to the left, because she's left-handed, to get the little blood off, and you can see like a half circle in front of her with the blood that just came off her ginormous sword.
It looks like a crescent moon.
Oh yeah.
Arthur flutters down, holding.
So Hibiki, about this combat being potentially very scary with everyone being close to death.
The
There's no accounting
Combat.
crits.
was accounting the fact that it would roll good on initiative and act first because it had the plots 4. But I roll shit.
And you had a
but
paladin that
hey.
crit with alternative crit rolls that are max damage.
It still did its damage, to be honest.
Yeah.
That wasn't nothing.
Yeah, it was a.
It
was a fun
didn't
combat.
reroll the 2 on my weapon attack, but I think that is okay. Oh, never mind. That was the d8s. Never mind.
You know, I think it's alright with 68 points of total damage.
Yeah, but it could have been
Oh, no.
69.
Oh, I could have been
Yeah.
69.
I also could have critted on you with the monster and did like.
Oh, yeah, I
Nah, not possible.
I'm sure with that one attack. And then I
It's
go over
what
to my dear friend. Oh, Arthur.
They survived.
So you come with a bit of a sleepy sphere there. Oh, worry. I got you. How much HP were you missing? 9, right?
9? Yeah, 9.
Yeah, I'm gonna lay on hands on you for 9.
Oh! Oh, that feels better, thank you.
And then
I
I'll,
have hollow bones.
very useful for taking into the air, not very useful for taking a fall, I reckon.
No.
What exactly happened to the other victims?
No one else is hurt, right?
No, no one else.
I think
Then I will
you
actually take the last remaining 6 hit points from lay on hands myself. This is, I think, the first time she actually used lay on hands on herself.
Oh
You
boy.
brutalized it, guys. Holy.
She's entering puberty now.
Well, that was.
it was
now we
almost
don't
like-
know what's happening to the victims of this creature. Like, where are they?
Well, it is simple. We just have to scour through the forest and see if we can find where they may rest. Hoping that perhaps there's still something that remains besides bones.
I doubt there will
but
be
yeah.
anything left.
This is what happens when you have a paladin with a two-handed weapon that smites and thunderous smites on a crit.
Yeah.
When you have max damage crit rolls.
We're probably not going to learn anything from the body, but it'd be worth checking anyway.
Just in case.
I will guidance you.
Thank you. I'm gonna investigate the body, Pinky.
Yeah, it's
Oh, yeah, sorry.
torn apart, but you do notice one thing. Kind of a more in its split skull, it just split from the force of the explosion. There is a very strange, like whitish crystal that under the light has this kind of rainbow almost appear inside of it.
It's like mother of pearl.
Yes, kind of. Around like a thumb, like around a thumb in size.
Okay, I think Reverie will pull out one of their knives. Well, their knife, the one they use for divining rituals. And will sort of dig through, scoop out this thing, and then with their fingers covered in this silvery, sparkly blood, will pull out this pearl. I'm assuming this appears to be some kind of control orb, right?
No, it's just it seems more like some kind of growth within the creature's brain.
Oh.
Pretty much like
Oh.
pearls are in
Well, that's interesting.
Arthur, could you come over for a second?
Certainly.
Again, extending this aberration blood-covered hand towards you. What do you reckon of this?
Bloody.
Yes, of course, my dear, but the small orb I found in the creature's head.
Oh, I'll take a look at it.
And I'll just plop it into your feathery palm.
I pull out a handkerchief and wipe it.
yeah.
Well, this is for identify.
You
isn't
are
it?
now in the possession of this small crystalline kind of thingy.
Can I make like Arcana just to see what I can tell of it at the just right away?
Instead of guidance,
Yes.
and a help action, whichever is more applicable.
I'll guide and you
I
can
would say
help.
more guidance.
Yeah.
Be guided.
I'll show her both.
What does guidance add?
D4.
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 1d4. 17 total. I rolled very badly.
So you have, now that you think about it and you examine this, you have heard of things like these originating. Now, these growths, they usually grow in well, the brains of Alps, but only when they are in a group.
Oh.
And usually Alps live in groups of 3, usually establishing some kind of layer.
I believe our task may not be entirely finished.
Why would they grow?
These are pack creatures, for lack of a better term. They tend to hunt in groups.
Why would
So we may.
so by your reasoning that these growths, or rather your recollection, these growths are the result of them grouping together.
It is a natural phenomenon when they are. Yes.
What compels this evolutionary trait, but then to grow this growth within them? What significance is this?
Perhaps it assists in socialization, or is part of a reproductive cycle. I have no idea.
Maybe. Or perhaps
No, that actually,
power.
Arthur, that actually you would know. You would know because you've been searching. This is one of the items you've been searching for. Now, because Alps hunt on dreams and on psychic energy, when they get in groups, the psychic energy starts somehow to take a physical form. And if a pack of Alps is, these growths from a pack of Alps are fused together, they become known as the memory of a dreamer.
We need to find the other ones. I think he's just like he's staring at this, and he makes that like comment, and then he's like, oh, the pupils just, what's the opposite of dilate? They just pin.
Expand.
What?
Oh, opposite of dilate. Contract.
Yeah, they just like the pupils get like tiny for a second, and then like dilate out again, and he's like, oh, we need to find the other ones. I mean, we have to find them for the sake of the.
That this has something to do with your task.
I mean, we should find them anyways, but for the sake of this village. But I believe this may be one of my ingredients.
Ingredients are full.
We'll talk about it later, when we have time.
I think we talked about this already, that Arthur is looking for ingredients.
I talked about it with Avenir. I didn't really discuss it with the rest of you.
That's
I'd like to know now.
Homies.
Sorry, what was that, Aurethi?
I would like to know now.
I have a list of ingredients that I've been instructed to gather. And I believe this might be... I say I believe. I am quite certain this is a component of one of those ingredients. Regardless of that, we should exterminate these things in order to, help the village that we promised to help. So...
Aurethi is very sus of Arthur.
I will subtly guidance you so you can make an insight check.
I do like that though, as a theme, even though Arthur might have the most innocent of intentions, Aurethi has been bred to question everything.
Yeah. Also, there's just enough plausible deniability.
Yeah.
Or
I'm
just enough
an
room.
insight check. Just like no matter the result, she will think like this is something sus.
That's fair.
Um,
I think Kufa's tuned into you, so she'll guidance you subtly.
I'm still on board with hunting these down, though. Even if you don't know what you're looking for ingredients for.
Yeah. Is there any way to track this thing now that we've seen it in action?
I mean, it's a little complicated. It's a ritual that I have to, in order to, for my spellcasting. It's a great ritual spellcasting that I've been instructed to gather these ingredients for, and it will make me a master in a wizard, a proper wizard. But I have to gather all the ingredients in order to do that.
That does not sound true. but-
Owlin Lich, here we go.
I think we best just leave it for now, Aurethi. I have my thoughts if you'd like to discuss them later.
So how do we track this thing?
I'd like
Anybody
to
able
hear
to...
what you think. We'll
I
talk
don't
after
want-
we've finished this hunt.
Yes, and I prefer not to. Only speaking audible enough to, just indicate. And I'd rather have this conversation privately, while subtly not gesturing towards Arthur.
Alright, let's get going.
I do have to say that does sound like a thing where gathering the ingredients is the thing that proves that you are a true wizard, no? It is not about the ritual itself, it is about your capabilities to find these things and acquire them.
Yes,
True.
that could be true. Or maybe it's just a something to keep me busy, to get me out of the house, out of the tower, so to speak.
Do you know how to perform that ritual, or are you instructed to return to your master?
It was unclear.
Well,
Okay.
that sounds like something where you would come to the answer on your own during your journey.
Yes,
Or it is the moment where your master says that your journey was already the ritual and you're a full-fledged master wizard.
My teacher, she implied that by the time I gathered all the rituals, I would have the knowledge required to understand the ritual. I am not a master wizard by any means. I am.
I mean, of course not.
Quite
You have
the
many
nuts.
things to still gather, no?
Yes. I mean, this would be the first.
It would be boring if after the first you're already done with your adventure. An adventure is supposed to be a grand thing. It's not something that you can finish in a week or two.
But regardless, we should figure out how to track these things back to its lair, so we can kill the other ones.
So you're saying
all
this is
that.
like a crystallized psychic energy?
Don't eat it, Kuffah.
Oh, no,
Yes.
I'm not. That's racist.
Sorry.
The
No, I'm sorry. I've been around too many people who ask that sort of question and then immediately try to eat the thing.
No, what I was
would
asking
prefer
is, did
that you
any of
didn't.
us...
eat it. That is.
I don't want to eat it. I'm just wondering, if any of us have an ability to track psychic energy, or perhaps to locate objects to find similar versions of this thing? Is that something I can do? It is. I need to sleep on it, but I could locate object on this thing tomorrow morning. See if we can find another one
I
within
had
1,000
some thought.
feet.
This thing was fleeing south by way of where it was heading before its body became a thin, silvery splatter.
I do believe that the thing was not trying to run.
No,
I think it was trying to have a distance so that you wouldn't be able to strike it. Little did it know that I'm a master of diversion. Me baiting it into a 1v1 combat was all I needed to dispose of such a vile creature. Of course, it doesn't stand a chance against the righteous.
Alright. That's all very well and good. But how do we go about finding this thing then? If this thing doesn't flee, as you think, then where exactly do we take ourselves from here?
Well, surely the hideout will not be too far from the village. And the villagers have not been very eager to go into the forests at night, especially since the hauntings have begun. We should ask the people that have found themselves suddenly awake in the middle of the forest where they have found themselves. Because if they are being lured to the hideout to be consumed, or whatever these creatures intend to do with their prey, then goes to reason that wherever these people awoke is towards the right direction.
Wouldn't suppose that any of you are particularly good at tracking.
Most definitely.
In the morning, I can
not
cast
a
locate
skill at
object. I just need to have time to do my prayers in the morning. Then within 1,000 feet of me, I can tell where another one of these crystals is, unless they're protected from divination, which I don't know why they would be.
Could you not simply locate the one in my hand?
Well, if I remember correctly, in the prayers about how this works, I describe her name or name an object that is familiar to me. I sense the direction of the object's location as long as it's 1,000 feet. If the object's in motion, blah 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 blah. The spell can locate a specific object known to you as long as you've seen it up close within 30 feet at least once, or the nearest object of a particular kind. So actually, this would
lead to this thing, would it?
It would, I guess. I suppose it would. The nearest version of its kind would be that one. Dang it. Unless you want to eat it, I guess. It still wouldn't work.
Very funny.
No!
Well, I'm out of ideas.
I look over the corpse again. Do I notice any particular, like mud trackings or anything like that? Things that would be specific to a specific locale, like
I think it had
moss
feet.
or...
It's a specter, right? No feet?
Not really. They are more. They are closer to like being semi-incorporeal, so it's closer to a specter.
Well, that bugs out all my non-magical ways of trying to determine where this thing ends. I mean, the best thing we could do is research, or just wait until another one attacks, or they just disperse and they attack a different village.
Imagine they'll just disperse. In all of our questioning today, did we find it a specific part of the forest where they emerged from? Or is it all over the place?
I mean, that is what I said. We should ask them. We should have had enough trust of them after disposing of one of these creatures, and then figure out where, in what like general direction.
Well, they would have told us during the day, right? Which part of the forest they came from?
I guess.
Unless Hibiki doesn't want us.
I mean, let's put it this way.
No.
Alena would not be smart enough to ask where
That's
specifically they found themselves. But apparently they managed to get back to the city.
Yeah, was there a specific part of the forest that they came from?
Sure. Let's say the general east of where we are.
There we go. So we know it'll be out east.
No.
I guess we could locate object if you leave this here in the village. We head out east to where all the people woke up from their nightmares. I cast locate object there. I will be able to tell if there's one close to us there, or if it'll be the one in the village. Then we know we're in the wrong spot.
That sounds like...
I feel like it might be a better idea to try and locate their nest tonight. Because if one of them goes out to get new prey, then you will expect them to return.
I think we are
if
lucky.
no one returns, they will be alert.
That's true. Alright, I guess we go east then.
I know Arthur did an Arcana check of these things earlier to determine their nature. Would I be able to do some kind of check to determine their sort of habits rather than their explicit like hunting, like just other habits that they might have? Like doing a nature check or a different Arcana checks focusing on that more?
Give me either, like your choice.
Yeah, I'm thinking there's not going to be a lot of literary resources. And I thought I might as well try to attack this from a different angle.
Should take a short rest here while we're doing this.
I'll do an Arcana check, but I would say use Wisdom, but my Int and Wizard the same fucking stat. That's a good pumpkin. 15, and I'll do it. That's probably good enough.
15? No, not really. You can take a short rest if you wish, so yeah.
I would actually ask my dear feathered friend to retrieve the spear and check if it did any damage to the roof, because if it did damage to the roof, then obviously I will have to fix the roof in the morning.
Certainly. Flap, 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 flap.
It would have knocked down a couple of tiles. Nothing major.
A couple of tiles? That could cause massive water sets next time it rains.
Exactly.
True.
I'll just because I have fucking broken tiles on my roof and I have to get them fixed.
I got a 2nd level spell slot back on that short rest, so I'm grateful for that.
Does anyone here have mending?
No, sadly.
I do.
Avenir in just mending the roof.
It'll be a very slow process, but sure.
It's only like 2 or 3 tiles.
Yeah, but I think this mending only is it a foot or an inch?
It's a foot.
Oh,
think.
never mind. I can fix a tile in 10 minutes. Nice.
Yeah. Isn't it a
Not even
cantrip?
necessarily broken, they are just not loose.
1 round?
Not loose.
I think.
Not loose. It's like foot loose, but not quite.
I think.
Also, look at this. Crazy. It fucking glows. You cannot really see it because it's too light in the room.
Is that a fidget spinner?
Fucking fidget spinner!
In 2025.
Full circle, full fucking circle.
Scarlet found it like a couple months ago in their things.
Um,
And I realized that I'm very much the actual audience for fidget spinner, not as in children that want a toy, but as in actually
Somebody
as a
with
fidget thing.
neurodiverse-
It helps
neurodivergent issues.
tremendously.
Yeah.
It's insane how much it helps.
I've heard as much.
Especially because you can like move it to the side and then you can feel the weight shift of it. And it glows. It's pretty. Hey! I need to get like a really. I
Riley
feel like
has
getting
one
a really
too.
good one.
Oh, you're muted.
Also,
We didn't hear any of
Riley,
that, Riley.
you look so much like a teen boy going through puberty. It's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the wild shape rules because I'm trying to think of how we can feasibly track.
you're
this thing.
you're still muted, Riley.
I didn't realize that. I got this in a Kinder Egg surprise.
Oh, nice.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, fuck it.
Also,
you know
I think it also glows in the dark.
I'd like
Kinder
to
Egg
cast
surprise that
Speak
glows in the dark? Fuck yeah.
and go to the edge of the wilderness.
Yeah, I guess we go.
It's got the little Willy Wonka stickers on it.
Oh,
It's fun.
nice.
I'm gonna mute myself again.
All right, we head east
Okay,
to the edge of the forest, I guess, after taking our short
I
rest.
speak with animals.
As
Okay.
impressive as that one-shotting that thing was, it took 2/3 of my resources.
I also, that's why we need a short rest, because I need to get a 2nd level spell slot back. When we get to the edge of the forest near where the Alps are, or where the villages have returned, I'm going to use my shared vision, so everybody has Eyes of Night when we get to that part.
Yep.
So when I think we're within an hour
Alright.
of where they have recovered themselves, I'm going to cast Eyes of Night, so everybody has their supervision.
I'm
Sure.
gonna produce some rations and try to befriend some forest animals and with speak with animals active.
Sounds good. Yep.
Short rest.
Yeah, we had a
Short
short rest
rest
in town.
indeed. And after the short rest, we're gonna be ending our session here today before we go on
Fair enough.
to the lair fight.
Ooh. So for the lair fight, we'll all have Eyes of Night, so we'll all have 300 feet of color dark vision.
Okay.
I have 2 spell slots. One-shotting smite for each of them.
Alright. I'll have to draw up a map of the lair and
Hold on, it's equal
hope
to my
that
wisdom
2 Alps
modifier.
are not gonna demolish you. Hopefully not.
They won't.
Oh,
Each of them
somebody
dies in one hit.
Somebody has to
Fairy
be
fire
down
moonbeam. What are you
for vision. I feel like Arthur or Nier, which one of you doesn't want dark vision? My super dark vision. Because I can only do 3.
I'm probably okay without, because I already have pretty good dark vision.
Okay. In that case,
Standard 60 dark vision.
Alena, Aurethi, Reverie, you guys have my super dark vision.
Yeah, I already have 120 feet.
Gotcha. Yeah, so it's better on everybody else.
Well,
And then, Yeah, I guess for the lair fight, as prep, I think for strategy, I do have a second level spell slot, so I can cast the invisibility. But I think getting off of Fairy Fire as fast as possible, possibly two if necessary, is best so that it can't sneak away from us. If the Fairy Fires fail, I'll do see invisibility. Otherwise,
Yeah.
spiritual weapon. Although silence might also help us, because then it won't be able to cast sleep.
Yep.
Might be, yeah. Might be useful.
And then my current first level spells aren't particularly helpful. I have Command, Detect Magic, Healing Word, Sleep, and Fairy Fire. Just for strats. Also, I've given myself the Blessing of the Vigilant, so I have advantage on my next initiative roll, just for posterity.
All right.